There's probably a Dungeons and Dragons type thing for almost everything now, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. They kind of laid the groundwork for other people who,
Or I guess I should say a role-playing game, since
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is a specific.
it's a type of RPG, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, it laid the groundwork. Most people see it as an homage kind of thing now.
Hello.
Hey man, how you doing?
Okay, I'm barely awake.
Oh, don't worry, we're about to all be waking up right now.
I'm making some coffee.
Ready.
We're just waiting on Mike, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. I can do some this while we're waiting. Okay. Does it work?
Is that the sound or music? I couldn't tell.
That's someone's microphone.
Oh, I thought it was something you did. I'm like, oh shit, it sounds like a portal or something.
Yeah.
Or a Keurig.
It was
did.
probably my fault.
That is a very good...
That
You're
you were
exactly...
here.
Yeah, I didn't really thought of that.
I thought that was like the monster roaring and stuff. Like,
The evil Keurig has 30 hit points.
Yeah.
Especially when you have to slam the lid repeatedly because they won't brew, at least mine.
I know, right?
I think it's got more than 30.
The thing
Yeah.
is, I have to
It's
roll at
dirty.
disadvantage when I don't have it, so...
250. Is that better?
Oh yeah, we're on the river, right?
No, you guys are walking through the jungle. Eric
Oh, okay.
had just cast a spell as Orion to give you guys advantage on stealth. Is that correct?
Yep. Pass without a trace.
I don't know if Derek's there to tell him, and then Mike, I've got a note for too. I'll tell them when they're here. And yeah, you guys were walking along, and Zedon and Barvin spotted a giant, what is called Loxodon, but you guys have no idea what that is.
And I'm afraid we're about to find out.
Is that what the tweet was referencing earlier this week? About trying out new things?
No, it's not actually. I don't know if you guys will do the stuff I'm trying out. It depends what you decide to do, I suppose. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The battle this week, if you guys get into it, should be fun. It'll either be really fun or really tedious. I guess we'll find out.
We're all gonna find out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, really fun or really tedious kind of sums up my opinion.
Yeah, Derek, so I had a look through Barvin, and because you've leveled up, your sneak attack now does 2d6 damage on every hit.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Indeed.
And you can also climb like a spider monkey, so that's pretty cool.
I can't wait to do that. That one sounds fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you guys were saying that, like, basically Ed kind of bounced. What are we doing with his character in the story?
He's still there.
Oh,
he's
on
just
the
the captain of your ship.
Yeah. He's just the
He's just
official
waiting on-
captain.
He's
Yeah.
just waiting on the boat, or
There
on
you
the
go.
boat.
Yeah. That's a good way of doing it. Like, he's just the official captain of the boat, so we need to go anywhere. It's, aye, captain.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna add another player or two into our campaign, but I'll probably do that when we're done with Chult in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So I'll start seeing who wants to join. I haven't checked my list to see if anyone's available at this time. So there might be people ready. If not, I'll just do a call out on Twitter or something.
That would be kind of tough joining this far into the story, but I mean, I guess
It actually won't be. It'll be pretty easy.
You guys are all pretty easygoing, so I don't think it'd be a huge hassle. And yeah, if they're new to the game, at least you guys all have a decent idea of how things work, right?
Oh yeah.
And we're all still figuring out who our characters are and everything, so...
Yeah.
Well, I hear the sounds. Are we there, or are we waiting?
We're just waiting on Mike. He might be asleep.
I can't blame him if he is. I woke up, my phone said it was 10:45. I'm like, oh crap, I don't got much time. I gotta get
Oh, that's right.
I stayed up too late.
What were you doing?
Nothing, that's the thing. Falling down the rabbit hole of the internet.
Oh yeah. Try out some audio.
You guys know what would be like a real messed up RPG? What if there was like a campaign where you were like in like Nazi occupied Poland during World War II or something?
Woo! That's the next week's episode.
Oh
you could
my
probably do.
God.
I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah. Your character has a feat where you can go without food for 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get pretty dark pretty quick.
Yeah.
God damn. Let's try some of the Ian stuff here, see how loud it is. I'm pretty sure all of you will recognise this.
Woo!
Deliverance music there for a second.
Just,
You have a rule: never walk towards the bed.
oh,
He's got a pretty mouth.
There you go.
Okay.
Say, never walk towards the banjo. Got a pretty mouth.
Oh god.
There you go.
I love it.
Oh yeah. Can't wait till we get to that island.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nice.
Zedon Winsong!
I'm
I'm
really
glad we're
liking
inventing the
idea.
Legend of Zelda stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really liking the idea of Zedon being this like arrogant musician.
There you go.
Yeah, it's growing on me.
Oh yeah, that's what she said.
Orion's playing the ocarina right next to him, and he's like, "Still just me."
Ignore this man.
There you go.
He's just a roadie.
He's just a roadie.
Carries my heart.
The
There
thing
you
about
go.
Wheaton is he'll chase after anything you put in there. It's like, you see a giant flaming fireball up 7 feet ahead. Do you go around it or walk into it? I'll walk into it.
Maybe I can take it when it's done.
Right. Maybe there's a coin in the middle.
There you go. Special coin.
Oh man, you're gonna be in a world of hurt when we find some gelatinous oozes.
Oh man, that's the worst enemy.
Oh no.
They should make some coins that you can pick up the day like explode 2 days later or something.
Okay, Mike's having trouble joining, so I'm just gonna send him another link.
Okay.
People watching the stream, don't look at my email.
There you go, Michael.
There we go.
Oh, I was just
There you
sending
go.
you another link.
Okay. I don't know what was going on there. It wasn't letting me in. I just tried it again and then it worked.
Yeah.
I just did a little bit of my voodoo.
There you go.
Yo.
Nice. Okay, so is everyone ready to get going?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Alright. So, we left off last week. Orion had cast a spell, Pass Without a Trace, right?
Yep.
And that gives you guys advantage on all your stealth rolls.
I think that's plus 10.
Sorry?
Gives us plus 10 to stealth rolls.
Oh, it gives you plus 10.
Yep.
Holy shiza. So...
Now we're in Germany.
yeah, dude, that Poland thing's rubbing off on me.
There you go, Edwin.
Yeah.
So Derek's now got an increased sneak attack as Barvin permanently. He does 2d6 damage in a sneak attack. And Liam, now that you've leveled up, I recalculated Arcane Ward, and you now get 9 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're all doing pretty well at the minute. So we'll have to do something about that. So, you guys were all walking through the jungle. You'd had a really difficult day travelling down the river, being attacked by some of the natives, and then attacked
I died.
again. Yeah, Barvin died, you know. He's got a really bad hangover right now.
That's right.
You continue to travel through the jungle into the night, at which point Barvin and Zeden spotted a large humanoid elephant creature, almost 8 feet in height, and it was just lumbering ahead in front of you, carrying a huge sword and covered head to toe in armour. So, it's up to you guys if you want to provoke it, sneak around it, engage, but you do have your bonus on sneaking now.
What say you guys? I mean,
I want to sneak around it.
that's good. That's a lot of experience.
I would say sneak around it too.
Information.
Oh,
You just
man.
plug the device.
I just want to fight that thing, but you know, shorty rules.
Okay. Speaker.
Gonna have to do that on your own.
Okay, so I loudly shout out loud, "Hey!" No, I'm saying.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
Device, did you plug
No, I'm good.
Headphone. One of speaker setup button. Okay button.
do we need to roll to sneak around it, or
Yeah, if you all decide to sneak, then everyone roll me a stealth check. Jesse...
are we all cool? We
Oh,
sneak
go ahead.
it?
Roll a d20.
D20.
You rolled 15.
27.
Jesus.
What are you at? It was a 10?
I rolled a 16.
You roll a d20 and then add your dex modifier, and then add plus 10.
Okay, so I thought 29.
Oh, 26.
Jeez.
Damn.
28.
17.
Alexa, roll d20. $24.
Okay, so seeing as this is a group stealth check and that thing has a passive perception of 13, you all sneak around it successfully. It's dark. The jungle's even darker with the canopy above. Zedon and Barvin are, quite proficient at sneaking. Orion's made you guys even quieter with Pass Without a Trace. So you'll successfully sneak around this lumbering beast as it slowly plods along, and it's not far or long before you guys are way out ahead of it. And as you guys are out ahead of this giant Loxodon, an hour passes as you keep travelling, dawn is breaking, and there's light coming down from above again as you walk through the jungle. And then you hear
Mr. Wild Dog.
Good thing we had that advantage, or I would have been screwed. I had a 9.
So,
It's been armor.
as you guys are walking along through the jungle, dawn is breaking, and nothing bad has happened all night, so you guys are feeling pretty good. But Zedon and Barvin both stop again in their tracks, and the rest of you are trying to figure out what they're doing. And not long after that, Orion stops, and then the entire party begins to notice that the floor underneath you is starting to rumble, a slow rumble.
Oh man.
As you turn, you see a stampede of velociraptors, small dinosaurs running towards you, charging directly in your direction. And the entire party braces for combat. Jesse's sword comes straight out of the sheath and is raised up, ready to go. Orion is hunched over, ready to morph at a moment's notice. Liam rubs his hands together and warms them up, ready to start casting spells all around you guys. Barvin raises his bow and draws it, and Zedon is not long behind, getting ready to fire on these velociraptors. As they get close to you, you guys have been in enough combat now to realise that they're not running at you, and they all begin to pass around you. And the rumbling grows and grows, and as you look up you can see trees in the distance falling, and whatever these things are running from is not far behind them as more dinosaurs start coming towards you, running as well. What would you like to do?
We jump on one of those things and ride
can
with
try.
them? That's the run?
You can roll me an animal handling check if you like.
Oh, bad. I DC'd for a little bit. So I can try to jump on them?
Yeah, you can roll an animal handling check.
Okay. Roll D20. $12 plus, let's see. 14, and then, am I adding anything to that?
Yeah, under your skills, you should have animal handling.
Okay.
Let me check that out.
Yeah, I see it. Plus 1, so 15.
15, okay, let's check here. Yeah, so as the stampede is running past, a huge stegosaurus, this giant four-legged reptilian dinosaur with huge plates coming out of its back, is running past, and Zedon just jumps, grabs onto one of the plates, hangs on as the dinosaur stampedes past you, and Zeden's carried away. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, may as well try 4-1 also.
Yeah. I love you guys. No,
Roll
Damn,
d20.
Zedon.
I know.
Roll d20. 13 for me. I might as well try it.
Scene,
Roll
okay.
D20.
Gonna jump on the dinosaur team.
So Jesse manages to jump on the
I didn't
back
think
of
I
a smaller creature that is just about able to carry his immense weight on its back.
That might have been a bad idea.
And he's also carried away in the stampede.
I rolled a 19.
Oh man, let's check it.
Well, total. 19 total.
Leon follows suit and quickly manages to grab onto the back of another dinosaur being carried away with the stampede.
Mine's a little slower because of my
Oh man.
error in judgment.
Well, I might as well give it a shot. I'll try to ride one. Alexa, roll a d20. 14 plus 1 is 15.
Barvin goes to jump onto a dinosaur and slips and falls and
Oh, no.
hits the ground.
Oh. You know what? Oh, we don't know that. We don't know that's happened to him. So we're just riding aimlessly into the woods.
I'm
You
gonna
got carried away.
pick up Barvin, and I'm gonna turn into a bear and start running with everybody. I'm going to wait for Barvin to jump on.
Okay.
Do I need to roll another check to jump on Orion?
You're
No.
good. You're up, and Orion's a willing participant in this tomfoolery, so you jump onto
Mine's
his back.
still pissed.
As the other guys have raced ahead on the back of these dinosaurs following Zeden's impulsive decision, Barvin rides on the back of Orion as a bear and is holding on tight. And Barvin, as you look round, you see the shadow of this giant dinosaur crashing through trees, picking up anything it can and throwing it, and it roars behind you, a huge as you're running on Orion, and Orion, you feel Barvin suddenly hit you in the side, like, hurry up, as you race forward. The lot
Oh
of
my
you
god, look at the size of that thing.
the lot of you are charging ahead through the jungle towards the direction you were going, which is the wastes of Cholt that you were travelling to. Zeden's at the front on the back of the Stegosaurus, and as you guys come through the jungle, Zeden, the Stegosaurus, gets through the trees. The tree line seems to end completely, and you realise you're on the edge of a cliff. The Stegosaurus turns to try and stop and slips, and roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I could do a dex save, but we'll do acrobatics. These are pretty good.
Woohoo! 20.
Nice! So the Stegosaurus trips and slides and goes off the edge of this cliff, and you manage to jump off and roll back onto the side. As the rest of you get to the edge of the jungle and this cliff's edge, Zeden is already there, waving to you, shouting, "Hey, get off, stop. And you all manage to successfully come to a halt. As you look along, this cliff is just stretches as far as the eye can see, and the only way across to the other side of this canyon that the cliff sits on is a long bridge about 40 feet away from your position.
Liam.
Is that the only way, though?
It's either run along the side of the canyon or cross over the bridge, and you can hear
So we
this.
can't use Liam's disc.
Not to go over a 100-foot
too
wide
far.
canyon.
I think obviously the heavy guy over here, the meat shield, cannot cross that bridge. So
Well, we don't know. Like, what is the bridge? Can we inspect the bridge?
So the bridge is like a rope bridge with
Oh,
wooden
boy.
slats on it. It looks pretty sturdy, like it would be perfectly fine for you guys to travel across from what you can see. Someone can roll a investigation if you want.
I'll roll one.
Okay.
Is there just a pile of velociraptors just flying over the edge of the canyon?
They're all sort of diverting, and a few are flipping over the edge here and there. As this is happening, as Liam's calmly inspecting the
Roll
bridge,
D20.
there's complete anarchy around you, and you can hear this giant monster roaring as it crashes through trees, getting closer and closer.
I rolled a total of 16.
16? Okay, so you look at the bridge and it looks like it's pretty well maintained. There's obviously some sort of tribe or group around that have been making sure that they're able to cross over this canyon and carry anything they need with them. It looks pretty sturdy.
Okay. Well, we'll cross
Keep
the
in
bridge
mind
then.
that tribe probably wants to kill us too.
That's okay. We'll kill them too. We got this.
Okay, so as you guys walk onto the bridge, you start to cross, and as you do, a couple of goblins come up to the other side of the bridge. They start shouting at you with spears. Their screaming is slightly overshadowed by the giant roar behind you, as this beast is still crashing through the jungle in your direction. A few more goblins show up and they start to run to the middle of the bridge in a defensive formation to try and stop you guys from crossing.
Can I try to intimidate them
Yeah, sure.
I can.
as a bear?
Yeah.
I can. I
So,
have intimidation too.
Roll at an advantage because you're a giant bear.
Okay. Let's see. Charisma. Gotcha.
So there's...
Roll a d20.
You rolled 14.
Roll a d20.
You rolled 18.
20 total.
Okay, so you go up and roar. A couple of the goblins sort of panic and skitter back and pull their bows, but for the most part they stand their ground.
All right. Well,
Am I still on, Orion?
What can
Up
I
to
do?
you.
I guess it's up to me. No, actually, I think I'm jumping off. Because we're gonna have to start fighting here in a second.
Orion is going to try to push to the front and is just going to approach the goblins, not giving a shit that they're making noise.
This is our pet bear. Don't mess
Okay.
with our pet bear.
So everyone roll initiative.
all right.
Alright.
Roll d20.
Stick him, Orion.
12.
Roll
Alexa,
d20.
roll a d20.
Roll 12.
Roll d20.
21.
21.
Oh wait,
Alexa, roll
wait.
d20.
That's right. I rolled a 14. I'm sorry. I forgot to add my initiative. 14.
Alexa, roll d20. Why isn't she listening to me?
Jesus.
Alexa, roll d20. Okay, plus 3 is 17.
17, nice. So
Oh, I thought she said 20 a second ago, but I'm not sure.
Barvin 17. Jesse, do you say 21?
Yep.
I
Leon?
got
10.
Oh shit.
I got a
Orion?
15.
3.
Oh, 3?
A 3?
We don't want our bear having 3.
Big Bear has a 3.
All right.
So what are
And,
we rolling for again?
Just turn.
Initiative.
See who goes first.
Initiative. Okay.
Azeden, you say 15?
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Okay. So, let me just put you guys in order very quickly.
By the way, I am no longer afraid of Orion's animal forms. I realize they are a necessity, and they are good and right.
There you go. There you go.
It sounds like Stockholm Syndrome.
They're good and they are right.
They is special and they is kind.
So, oh man, Orion. Poor Orion. 3 initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
Pull up my HP.
That's okay. We've slaughtered these goblins before.
Oh, what's your HP as a bear? Like 40?
I think it's 34 or something. Let me see.
Okay, I'll add temp HP to help me keep track. Okay.
Let's see. 34.
Yeah, okay, great.
Plus my 24 as Orion.
And Liam, I'm assuming that every morning Arcane Ward is your ritual, so that's already there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, first up is Jesse. So, let's go through formation real quick. We're gonna assume that Orion and Jesse are out front. Is that?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep shields.
I'm right behind them, though.
Okay, so let me put you guys in front. On the B1. And then Barvin's right behind him.
Yeah.
Barvin. Okay, so where is Zeden and Leon?
In the back.
I'm talking in the back, flanking them from the back. Yeah.
I turn around to Zeke and I say, "Hey, hit us with a little Eye of the Tiger for inspiration."
No. We'll save that for boss fights.
Hey, what kind of weapons are these goblins wielding?
They have scimitars, like makeshift scimitars, swords, like you, and some makeshift short bows. They're tribal goblins, so they're just, covered in like tribal paint and makeshift armor.
Okay.
Not very strong.
We could take them. We slaughtered a whole village of them before.
Okay, so positions I've got is we've got Jesse and Orion out front. We've got Barvin behind them, and then we've got Liam and Zeden in the back.
Yep.
Okay, so Jesse, you are toe to toe with a goblin now.
I want to cast command on it.
Sure.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
And I want to tell it to halt.
Okay. Do I get a save on command?
Yeah, it says wisdom save.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Hell yeah.
These are not the
You
smartest.
need to know my DC?
No. Oh, yeah. What's the DC of the wisdom?
Let me look. I've actually never looked at it.
I just thought of an awesome move. I hope Jim gives me a chance to do it sometime.
We'll see. We'll see how
10.
the game goes.
10. Oh, shit. He fails. Critical fail.
Nice.
So, let me just check something for you real quick.
What does the command do?
It says you can issue different commands, like halt says it makes them stop in their tracks and not take a turn.
It has to be a single word, though. It can't be an intricate
Yeah.
command.
You put your left arm in, you put your left arm out.
Do the
There you
hokey
go.
pokey, I guess would cover it. Or you could just say, well, pokey they might think you want them to attack you.
Well, that's what it's all about.
You should have put on the patch. You have the patch, right? The eye patch.
Just checking
I do have my eye patch on. I could have put it on and
Put your
I
hand
haven't-
at Bolt!
I got intimidation +6. I should have went up there and told them something about themselves.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, Liam, I forgot. I added to your inventory. You got a telescope earlier on, so you get an advantage on perception checks.
Oh, damn.
You could intimidate them and be like, you smell like shit in your armor shit.
That sounds like cutting word or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's me. That's my cutting words.
It's cutting words, or it's also Richard mockery.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you do a cutting word right there.
So
You gotta throw in
yeah.
a mama insult too, because I don't.
Yeah.
So Jesse, you're that counts as an action. So yeah, you tell the goblin to halt, and he stops what he's doing. So he will do nothing for his next turn.
Damn.
So Barvin, you're up.
Okay. I'm getting out my sword and hold up. Alright. I'm just pulling up my weapon sheet.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm getting out my sword. I'm running forward. I can do that because I get like a bonus save. Does the dash let you go towards him or only away?
Well, Jesse and Orion are in front of you, and there's no way around them currently.
Okay, so I can't use my sword. I get out my bow, and well, actually, you said I already have my bow out, and I guess I shoot an arrow at the goblin that Jesse paralyzed. Alexa, roll d20. 13 plus 5, 14, 18.
That hits. So roll damage and then roll sneak attack, which is 2d6.
Okay. And then I add those together?
Yeah.
Okay. Alexa, roll d6.
1.
Oh, so that's 4. Alexa, roll 2d6.
I rolled 2 dice and got 3 and 3 for a total of
3 and 3. 10.
10 damage.
10. Nice.
That sneak attack's kind of cool.
So you fire the arrow and finish him. How do you kill him? Where do you hit him?
Oh, okay, so the arrow goes flying forward over Zeden's head, over Jesse's head.
All right.
And it just goes right into the top of his cranium, and blood is just squirting out. Just flood, just showering over us all.
This
Gray matter.
poor little goblin goes stiff as a board with an arrow in the top of his head and just falls off the side of the bridge.
Yeah, he falls off the bridge.
So poor little Gobby's dead. So Zeden, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw the bow out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This goblin, he's dead.
14 plus 16. So it's a total of 16.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that should hit. Goblin only has. Sorry, I've got.
How many goblins are there?
There's 11. There was 12.
Oh,
Jeez.
Damn, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
There might be a bunch, but we have a bear.
That's true.
That's 1d8, right?
I think so. It should be.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so 1 plus 4, 5. And then another one. 5 plus 9. So it's a 14.
14. Holy shit. So
Very important question. Were we supposed to cross this bridge to get where we're supposed to go?
this is in the general direction, and it's going away from the giant dinosaur chasing you. So
Who's got the map?
it's one of your options to get away. But
There you go. We'll take any options necessary.
so Zeden, if you did 14 damage, then you get to finish him.
All right.
So
Yeah. So
how do you do it?
I jump in the air, bow aimed at his head, and I just shoot it right through his chest.
Jordan.
Nice.
All the while balancing myself back on the bridge.
So he jumps up and fires the arrow straight through his goblin in front of Orion and
Yeah.
goes straight through its chest, and the goblin falls off the other side of the bridge. And then we come to the gobbo's turn. So they all push forward. They don't particularly want to go toe-to-toe with a bear and a paladin, but they've got no choice because they're slowly being pushed forward. So we'll roll to hit on Jesse and Orion. So Jesse, does a 19 hit?
Yes, mine is a 16.
And for Orion's, it's a critical fail, so I have the goblin actually hurt himself. And damage is 1d6 plus 2. So Jesse take 4 damage.
Alright.
And the goblin, he charges at Orion, and he sort of, as he's being pushed, he stumbles, hits the rope on the side of the bridge, and actually stabs himself in the side with a sword. He's not looking great. So let's add that. Let's add Jesse's 4. Okay. So a few goblins fire arrows from the back. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So everyone takes an arrow. So we'll start at the bottom. Barvin, it's I think that's a miss. 9, yep. Next up would be Jesse. 16, that hits, doesn't it?
Ties, does that mean a hit?
Yeah, that hits. So you take an additional 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so let's add that on for ya. And then next is Liam. Arrow comes flying at Liam. Oh, that hits.
That's never good.
4 damage for Liam. Next up would be Orion. Orion, an arrow comes flying at you. Hits.
Probably.
6 damage. So 6 damage for Orion. Just adding this on so I can track it.
When he turns back into a human, does he still have that damage?
Nope.
Wow.
And then Zeden, that would be a hit as well. There's no way he's stopping that. So 4 damage to Zeden. So all of you except for Barvin get hit with arrows, little hail of arrows from these goblins, these tiny little arrows flying at you, hitting you. To Jesse and Orion, it's nothing, and Liam and Zeden kind of take cover after taking a glancing hit from these arrows. Yeah. And then we move on to Liam's turn.
I'm going to launch magic missiles.
Okay. Roll me 3 hits. That's D4 plus 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll 3 D4.
I rolled 3 4-sided dice and got 4. 4 and 4 for a total of 12.
5.
For each hit.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 of the goblins get hit, and it really smacks them. It hits them hard. They don't look great. And the third one that it hits was the one that had accidentally stabbed himself in the side in front of Orion, and it just blasts him. It makes an even bigger hole in his side, and his guts just start pouring out as he falls off the edge of the bridge. And then we're on to Orion's turn.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lower my head and start charging forward down the bridge.
Yeah, baby.
So this is kind of unorthodox. I don't know how you want to do this one.
If you can charge, you'll get one opportunity of attack on you. There's one in front of Jesse next to you, and there's a clear spot in front of you.
Okay.
And then we'll roll to hit, and I can do a save for the goblins. We'll do a strength save because I got shit strength.
Okay. Do I need to roll? Is that contesting my strength?
What, as a bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say
19
the
strength.
first 2 will be strength, and then after that I'll just do dex or something. I don't know.
Okay. So I can go 60 feet as a bear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's pretty much through all of them. And they'll get knocked down, obviously.
Oh, sorry. 40 feet as a bear.
So
Okay.
what's your AC as a bear?
11.
Okay, so this hits. You take 5 damage as you charge forward.
Okay. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them to just jump out of the way and get closer to the sides of the bridge. So they're easier to pick off. And the ones that don't, just get headbutted, essentially.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got an idea for that. Don't you worry.
And I'm just trying to separate us,
I'm just
trying
gonna
make us
roll
not clustered.
strength checks with the dog shit goblin strength, and then
Okay.
any that fail just get knocked down, and we'll do, because you're a beast, we'll do like a d4 damage
Okay.
to get knocked down. Okay, so shall I do the first one?
Go for it.
Okay, because you only take up one space, right?
Large beast. I'm not sure how big a large is at this moment.
Because
Uh,
they take up, they're side by side. The bridge is 10 foot wide. So
Right.
if you were charging down one side of the bridge, you can knock them down, but the goblins on the other side would be trying to hit you, right?
yes. Let me see. I'll look this up.
Because there is a charge mechanic for larger beasts.
Yeah.
I can look it up.
I'll be in races.
So let's check. Yeah, here we go. The monster manual. Here you go, trampling charge. So you need a run up to do a trampling charge, which is 20 feet,
Okay.
and then you hit it with a sort of a goring attack, I guess, and then they must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. But your strength, what were you saying strength was? 19.
19
So
plus
that'd be-
4.
Oh god, that'd be DC 24 strength saving throw. You get a 5 foot run up, so
A little less effective, probably.
I'll let you do it. You can knock down at least 2,
Okay.
but you'll take opportunity attacks from the 2 next to them, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So okay, I'll roll a saving throw. -1 strength. Yep, that fails. First one gets knocked down. He takes 2d4. He takes 4 damage. So that would be. Oh, so that would have been one that Leon hit. So he's dead. So the first one you knock.
Oh,
and-
shit.
Yeah, finish him.
It's the, so a large size is 10 by 10 space.
Okay, so we'll say that you're knocking 4 down, and you're charging in front of
Okay.
Jesse, and Jesse sort of moves out of the way, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
So let me roll another save. 19.
I look at Orion, go for it, big guy.
And then he takes 1 damage, and then I've got to do 2 more. These are fails. There's no way they can fucking. Okay, so 1, 4, and 1 damage. Yeah, there's literally no way they can succeed. So that one.
How many did I take out then? Just the one?
4. Oh, you killed
Oh,
1. You killed 1.
Okay.
3 went down.
Alright.
I've just got to mark them as prone real quick. Wherever I make notes. God damn, I've already got notes there. Oh, I can colour it, right? It's a start colour, I can see that. Okay, so he's prone. He's prone.
All right. The one that I'm
And-
gonna finish, I'm just gonna sweep a claw out in front of me and throw him off the side of the bridge.
And all we hear is,
Alright, roll to hit him. Oh, he's prone, so yeah, just hit, that's gonna hit. I'll take this guy, and you sweep him off, and you hear him screaming and squealing as you throw him off the side of the bridge, you evil bastard.
How far ahead did I make it ahead of the guys? I'm trying to make us not in a cluster. So.
You made it 10 foot forward.
Okay.
But I missed out the goblin in front of Jesse because I'm going to assume that he'd move when he saw Jesse moving.
Okay.
And then you got the 4 directly behind them. So, yeah, you pretty much cleared 10 foot ahead of goblins.
Okay.
So, that's the end of the first round of combat. As you guys are fighting on the bridge, and Orion is charging through the goblins as you're all watching on. The thunderous stomping of the beast in the jungle gets louder and louder, and suddenly you hear the trees crash from the edge of the jungle as it comes through. It tries to stop at the edge of the canyon, and it trips and it stomps on the edge of the bridge, and you all feel the bridge coming out from underneath you. All of you manage to grab on to the slats on the bridge. Orion gets tangled in the rope at the edge. It's a giant bear.
I have a climbing speed as a bear.
Oh, you have a climbing feat? Okay, Orion will stick his claws into the edge of the slats of the bridge. You all manage to hold on. The giant T-Rex falls down into the bottom of the canyon. You hear a huge thud and a roar as it hits the ground beneath you. You're all trying to hold on for a moment, and then one of the goblins lets slip and falls, the one that was by Jesse, and the T-Rex catches it in its mouth as it falls and just snaps it up and eats it.
It's like Titanic right now.
It would have been worse to fall in the bite, you know?
The T-Rex is still gonna eat while it's falling to its death.
Yeah, it's like, might as well.
So now you guys are hanging off the edge of a bridge on the side of a cliff with a giant T-Rex under you, so if any of you fall, you are dead.
Oh, shit.
So you currently have one there, but he's not anymore. 6. You've got 7 goblins left hanging off the... No, you've got 7 left minus that one. You've got 7 goblins hanging off the side of the bridge with you.
But our hands aren't free because
how
we're
the hell am I
hanging on
hanging
the rope.
holding 2 swords?
You're
Or
not.
one-
So the situation is that hanging off the side of the bridge, you only have one hand free. You have to be holding on with at least one hand, so you cannot use 2-handed weapons.
He never pulled a sword out.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But
He used command, so he never
yeah,
even pulled his sword out.
but
Okay.
you guys are holding on with one hand, so you can't use any 2-handed weapons while hanging up.
Can't use your...
I got my dagger.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So no 2-handed weapons, but good for you, Jesse, and anyone else that was going to use a 2-handed weapon. There's something in D&D called grappling. So you can grab one of the poor little goblins. So the way that this will work on the bridge is that when you're climbing up, you can grab a goblin, which is your strength against their dexterity in this case. If they fail, then they have to then pass a strength check on their turn, and if they fail, you pull them off and throw them.
All right.
So you can always stab them, use spells, do other horrible things to them, but you have to climb. All of you climb at half speed except for Barvin and I imagine Orion.
Yeah, I got 30 feet.
So currently, you've all been thrown into different positions on the bridge. Jesse and Liam are hanging on right at the bottom of the bridge. About 15 feet up from them is Orion holding on with his claws. Barvin and Zeden are about 10 foot above Orion, and they both have a goblin hanging above them, swinging
Awesome.
swords down at them as they're trying to
This is
hold
exactly what I
Oh
wanted.
man.
So, we'll go on to the next round of combat as this giant dinosaur snaps its giant jaws beneath you, hoping that one of you tiny morsels falls down into its mouth. So, Jesse, your turn. You're at the bottom of the bridge. You're 10 feet below Orion. You're about 30 feet below Barvin. You can climb a total of 15 feet.
How far am I away from the nearest goblin?
That would be above Barvin, so it's 30 feet
Okay,
away.
I'll climb then.
Okay, so climb, you'd be in line with Orion. I'll give you an extra... No, you'd have to stay behind Orion, so you climb up 10 feet. So, do you want to take any actions? You could use your action to climb an extra 15 feet.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay?
Essentially dash.
Yeah.
I will do that.
So Jesse climbs up, clambers over Orion.
I kind of lumber more than climb.
Yeah.
Orion's with his great strength as a bear. I'd imagine you'd help him up a bit and bump him up with
Yep.
your shoulder, maybe.
Yep.
Next we go on to... Oh, I gotta get my turn order chart up. Next we move on to Barvin. Barvin, you're dangling with Jesse below you and a goblin above you. And Zeden to your right.
And how far away is Zed?
Zeden's right next to you. He's to your right, looking at you with a
Cool.
sword being swung in his face. Like, ah!
I
That's
got
right.
this. I got this. Jim, tell me if I can do this, okay?
Mhm.
Alright.
This is the move I wanted to do. Can I impale the goblin above me, like on the end of my sword, and use him to bludgeon the other goblin?
What the fuck?
I'll tell you what.
Oh goodness.
You roll to hit. If you kill the goblin,
Kill him.
you can roll a strength check and hit the other one.
Okay.
Oh man.
Do I add my sword modifier? Or
Yeah. So you actually have an inspiration point as well, so you can roll at advantage
yeah.
at any time.
I'm gonna use that. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Liam, you also have an inspiration point. I should have said at the start.
Remember, if you guys don't use them at the end of this session,
They're
Right.
all gone. Yeah.
they go.
So, yeah.
Okay. Alexa,
Oh.
roll 2d20.
I rolled 2 20-sided dice and got 2 and 4 for a total of 6.
Oh, fuck!
Damn, that's epic fail.
Sneak attack?
Oh, what a waste!
No, jeez.
Oh wait, was that
Epic
the hit?
fail.
That was the hit.
Yo, that was the hit.
Oh,
He
shit.
failed. Both his abilities.
So I had 9.
No, that's a fail. You swing your sword at the goblin and it parries your blow with its sword and bats it away. You get a bonus action, but that's only to
That would have been
disengage.
so cool.
And you've only got one hand. Okay. So.
I can't really hide.
You can hide in the dinosaur's mouth.
You could try to climb past them with your dash,
Yeah.
or use a disengage and try.
They're
I don't know how
directly
that
in
would work.
front. There's no way he could
Yeah.
get around them. And
You could
Jesse's
dash and
below
take them
him.
in opportunity attack.
Zeden's next to him. So Zeden, it's now your turn. You've got Barvin to your left and a goblin above you, and nothing below
gonna-
you.
I'm gonna go ahead and swing at the goblin with my dagger.
Sure, go for it.
Alright. 17 plus 2, 19. Oh no, 20 because I got 3. Yeah, 20.
Oh, wait a minute. No, hang on, I've done this wrong. There's no goblin above you. He's dead.
Oh,
There's nothing above you.
Nice.
There's only
Nice.
Barvin to your left and a couple of goblins above him. So you can climb.
Oh.
You can hit the one above Barvin. You're in range.
Okay.
for.
I'm gonna hit the one above Barvin then. And then I'm going to I hit 20 and then hold on, let me see what my dagger hits. I think it's 1d6. No, that's just 1d4.
Yeah, dagger's pretty weak.
Yeah, it's 1d4. 3 plus 2, 6, 7.
You did
That's
7 damage?
Yeah, well, the piercing, I added the plus 2.
Okay, so you slash your dagger at this goblin and finish him.
Alright, and then I want to use my bonus action to heal. Who? Does anybody
we're
need
all
healing? Okay, never mind.
For the most part.
Alright, and then is my bardic inspiration a bonus action?
Yeah, you can use that anytime.
Okay, I want to give that to Liam
Okay,
for his missiles.
so what do
Yeah,
you
so-
shout down to Liam to inspire him?
Use your magic! Use it!
A bear looks up at you very confused.
Use your magic, damn it!
Zeden slashes this poor goblin on its leg and it tries to get away and slips, loses its grip and falls and squeals as it falls past you all. Barvin, you get a few drops of blood in your face as it falls and you all hear the jaws of the dinosaur beneath you snap shut as it catches this poor little gobbo.
Oh, never mind. I want it. So go ahead.
So let me just mark all these so I know they're dead. Bastards. And that's too dark. I can't see. Okay, they're all deaded. And next is Goblin's turn. So goblins are stupid, but they're not that stupid. They're going to try to climb up. So most of them get near the top. Let me just bear with me while I just reorganise these chaps. Uh, 15 feet. Okay, and he can too. So the goblins are all trying to scurry away. Most of them start climbing up. 3 of them are near the top, 2 of them aren't far behind. But the one above Barvin is aware that if he tries... Oh no, he's fucking dead. So he's gone. Yeah, they're all climbing away, climbing back up, trying to get away. They're not engaging with you guys. So we then move on to Liam's turn.
All right, Liam.
Okay, so how many goblins are left?
So there are 5 left, and you're clear to climb up right beneath Zeden. There's nothing in your path.
Okay. I'm going to launch a magic missile, and I want to hit the ones, all the 3 that are nearest the top.
Sure thing, go for it.
Alright, so like now can he add the plus 6 to the missile? One of them or all of them, or how would that work?
I add 1.
It's usually to a,
Well, I roll a
to hit
D4.
modifier, or like any kind of modifier, not damage.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Roll 3d4.
Gotcha.
I rolled 4 sided dice and got 1. 1 and 4 for a total of 6.
1, 4... Oh, wait, what did he say?
She rolled all 4 dice. She rolled 3 dice for a total of 6. So I'm not sure how that.
I didn't hear that middle. I heard 1, and then I heard...
It'd be
wait,
141 if it was...
repeat. Yeah. So 2, 5, and 2.
Okay. So you fire a magic missile and it shoots up to the top of the dangling bridge, which has now become a ladder, and it smacks the 3 goblins at the top. 2 of them only lightly grazed, but the third one is hit pretty badly, and he has to roll a strength check. 14. So then he rolls strength check. Fails. Okay, so the goblin that you hit, who's badly hurt, the magic missile blasts into him and he loses his grip, and he falls off screaming as he falls into the jaws of the T-Rex beneath you guys. And next up we have Orion. So Orion, you are below Jesse and Barvin, and seeing as you're a big fat bear, you can't really climb by them. Oh, Liam, did you want to use your movement to climb up?
Yes.
Okay, I'll climb you up as high as you can go. So Orion, yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do really, because they're all in your way.
Oh, don't underestimate me.
All right.
How far up are they from me?
Let me just check my my really intricate map on Excel. 5 foot.
Very
above
accurate
you.
map. Okay, just 5 feet, so they're right there, pretty much.
Yeah, Jesse's 5 foot above you. Barvin's directly above him, and Zeden's to the right of Barvin.
Okay, with my bonus action, I'll revert back to Orion.
Okay.
I'm going to climb up next to Jesse.
Mhm.
And behind Zeden.
Yep.
Use my magic. I'm gonna use a thorn whip on whatever goblin I can see up there.
Okay, yeah, there's one that's not too far from you. It's about 20 feet. 25.
All right.
Only you could turn into a spider monkey.
Roll a d20.
It's 15.
20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So it's gonna get pulled toward me 10 feet. So it's going down.
Yeah, he's done. He rolled a 20 to hit. Even if I rolled a strength check, even if I rolled a 20, he'd fail. So
Yeah. Well, that one's like I think that's an automatic, but yeah.
yeah.
Is that
Well,
the
just because
goblin
of the circumstance, I was going to try.
Yeah, because he's holding on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So you guys all feel the bridge shift and move and twist a bit, and you realise that it's weight being shifted as Orion morphs back into a human or half elf. And then he climbs up next to Jesse, and tell me what you do to this poor little goblin.
So I reach up with a hand, and just like Spider-Man, a vine comes right out of my hand. And it's a thorny whip that reaches directly up to the nearest goblin, grabs it around its ankle, and tugs.
And the
There
poor
you go.
little goblin comes flying off the bridge and is delivered directly into the T-Rex's mouth for an appetizer.
You're welcome!
All right.
So, Orion's done. So, combat next round. Jesse, you are... Let's look here. You're behind Barvin, so there's not a whole lot you can do right now.
I was gonna say, what can I actually do?
You could cast
I guess-
Torm's Light, but there's a chance
You could blind everybody.
Yeah, so you could blind
Yeah, and
you,
my-
Barvin, and 3 goblins.
I'd say that does more harm than good, but maybe not.
Reckless times calls for reckless measures.
Screw it, I'll try it.
That's easy, Otto.
There you go.
So let me check the old rules for Torm's Light here. So...
Is Orion going to be caught in this since he's right next to Jesse?
no, it's only in front of
Okay.
him, luckily, and him.
Okay.
So, Jesse, you got to roll 1d20, and 15 or higher for a success at this
Roll
level.
d20.
Well, I have to roll at a disadvantage now.
Well, fuck.
Uh-oh.
I don't add anything to that, right?
No.
Sorry, guys. I rolled a 9.
Okay. So,
Are we all blinded?
Yes.
so
No, I don't know if you are or not, Zed.
Okay.
Jesse points his gauntlet up, and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." And a light forms in the gauntlet, and it quickly putters out, and nothing happens. So you can't really move. So we go on to Barvin. It's your turn. So Barvin, you're above Jesse, and there's a goblin about 20 feet above you.
Ryan sympathetically pats Jesse on the back.
I look at everybody. I'm learning.
It happens to the best of them.
I'm still in training.
The best of them and me. Now I know how Eeyore felt in Winnie the Pooh.
You'll get him, pal. You'll get him.
Throw 20 to 60. D3. Column B.
Okay.
Roll 4
You say it's 20 feet above me?
Yeah, there's a goblin 20 feet above you. And you don't take disadvantage on your movement because you're a spider monkey, so you just climb straight up.
Okay, so I'm climbing up to get closer to the goblin.
Okay.
I'm getting out my sword, and I'm gonna try to slash the goblin's throat this time.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Alexa, roll d20.
Column B. 5. B. 11.
11 plus 5. 16.
That hits.
Okay. Alexa,
Column C1. D6 plus 3 piercing.
roll d6.
1.
4.
Oh man. So let me
Okay.
just change this up for you guys.
I'm with one hand, I'm just reaching up with my sword and I'm just slashing at the goblin's throat.
Oh. So you said 6, right? 6 damage?
Column B. Column C1. D6 plus 3 piercing. C5.
No, I think I said 4.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 4.
Okay, 4 damage. Okay, so Barvin climbs up, racing behind this goblin. The goblin was trying to climb up and away, and it was like struggling up, and Barvin doesn't even slow down. He's like Spider-Man, just straight up the side of this bridge and just slashes at it with a sword and cuts it quite deeply, and the goblin is not looking good. So, it's now Zeden's turn. So Zeden, you are 1, 2, 3. You can climb 30 feet to get next to Barvin, and that would include your action.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and climb up.
Now here's the question. Can he play the harp with one hand?
I can.
I'm surprised he didn't bust out the old flintlock pistol and just
Yeah.
No. That's a disgrace to my bowism. Like I have to be half asleep, be waking up or something.
But
Hey, you still have the
like
damaging cantrips too. You could do a vicious mockery.
I want to do illusion. Can I cast an illusion?
sure. So I'll climb you up 15 feet. 1, 2, 3,
Alright.
and then you can cast.
Let me see. I
Floating pizza appears. No.
want to do an illusion of a beast coming at the goblins from up top.
Awesome.
That's creative.
So, what kind of beast do you make?
That elephant beast that
Oh,
we
okay.
encountered earlier.
Nice.
I want to mimic him above him, going down to attack the goblins.
Is it like flying through the air?
We don't know how high we are. How high are we from the actual land versus
above?
the bridge?
Just give me 1 second
Yeah.
to get my map back up
Okay.
and do some basic math. So that'll take 5
Alright.
hours. So, you're
Wait.
30 feet from the top here. Okay. I'm just checking real quick to make sure I don't have to roll anything.
All right.
okay, so it's just an investigate check. Goblins are pretty dumb, so we won't bother doing that.
Alright.
So you create this illusion of this giant loxodon, this elephant beast, stepping to the edge of the bridge and peering over. And the goblins will freak out.
That's right.
Climbing back down towards you. They'd rather face you guys than this giant loxodon. So, yeah, Zeden's turn is over. It's now the goblins' turn. They will start climbing back down.
There you go. There you go,
That
guys.
was great, Zeden.
I'm
Good
right.
job.
That's right.
No, but that's actually a good thing because if either of them would get to the top, they could just cut the ropes.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm glad you guys figured that out.
I was like, now they're coming back down to us.
So,
There you go.
one of them... He can climb down further because he can disengage. Bear with me one moment. This isn't good for Barvin.
No.
So that one disengaged. So 1, 2, 2 attacks on Barvin from goblins.
Wait, why are they attacking Barvin?
So they moved their...
Oh, is it their turn?
Yeah, it's theirs, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm closest. They were running away, but now...
Gotcha.
because
I was like,
they're
oh, it's...
climbing back down towards me.
I didn't realize it was their turn.
So let me just calculate this real quick.
Thanks to C.
Plus 2.
No.
Don't worry, I got you on those heels, man. Don't even worry about it.
So
As long as they don't kill you.
Man. That's right. Whatever
By the
doesn't
way,
kill you makes you stronger.
Even after we kill these bastards, how the hell are we going to get down?
We'll find a way.
Without going to that thing's mouth?
we can
Oh,
climb
we don't
to
gotta
the top.
get down.
Yeah.
We're going up.
It's essentially
Well,
the bridge has now turned
top.
into a wooden ladder that you guys are trying to climb up to the top of the
Yeah.
other side
Well,
of the canyon.
You're right. We
Um,
just got to climb. Sorry, I was doing stuff a minute ago.
So
That's okay.
as these goblins climb down, they're panicking now. They were panicked before, and now they're freaking out, not knowing where to go. The two of them climb down and both slash at Barvin, and they both hit him, cut him quite badly as he's trying to hang off the side of the bridge. You take 10 damage. One of them was a crit, so yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
So it's now Liam's turn. Liam, let me tell you what's going on. So you're 5 feet below Orion, so all you can do is cast spells and climb 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna climb 5 feet, and let's see how many goblins are left. What do we got here?
Oh, so you've got 4 left.
4 left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see if I can get one. If I can scare one of them. Call them to release.
Release the beast.
Releases bowels all over you.
So I'm gonna cast a silent servant above the one nearest top,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna have him crawl down and grab him in the crotch.
Unseen
All right.
7.
That's creative.
They have
Medieval times.
no strength. Let me check real
Crotch
quick.
area.
Unseen 7. I think it's like 1 strength. Something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nothing, but
Strength of
like
2. Yeah. So he'd essentially be grappling with the goblin. A 2 would be like a -4. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay. So the unseen 7 appears. Roll me a d20, Mike.
Roll d20.
17.
So can I use inspiration?
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Roll a d6.
Oh, it's plus 6. There you go.
Roll d6. Uh-oh.
He's dead. Siri's dead. Okay.
I think my roll
It's
d6.
life. No.
1.
1.
Okay,
14
so let me just update this and then I'll tell
against
you
the
what happens.
garbage strength of a goblin.
Yeah, which is -1, so there he is. So, you were saying he's grabbing his crotch?
Yeah.
So, as Barvin's being hit with a sword, he looks up and sees the goblin at the top and sees its crotch area tighten, and the goblin suddenly squeals as it's trying to stop whatever is tightening its groin, and it falls from the side.
Wow, that actually works.
And
There
it
you go.
goes straight into the dinosaur's mouth. I used a strength check and not a dex save there because he'd have no idea it was coming. There are 2 goblins left. Actually, I didn't take away the other one. He's dead. So, you've got 2 goblins left, and whose turn is it now?
I think it's
All right.
Yeah, so Ryan.
Another thorn whip.
Whip it good.
Roll a d20.
You rolled 18.
Yeah, 23 to hit.
Yep.
So, same thing. Reach up. Another thorn whip comes out. Grab another one on the ankle. Pull
Okay.
them off.
So another goblin goes flying.
Oh, that T-Rex eating good.
Alright.
With my bonus action, I'm going to turn into a spider.
Mm-hmm.
The CR0. And I'm just going to climb up. I can go 20 feet.
Okay, so 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. So you'd be just under Zeden.
Okay. It's a tiny, tiny beast, so...
I'm scared of spiders, so I just like grab my foot and swing at it. No,
So there's 1 goblin left, which is above Barvin, and it's Jesse's turn. Jesse, you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are 30 feet below Barvin, so using your movement and action, you could climb up beneath him.
Okay,
Up to you.
I'll do
Okay.
that.
So
Am I still blinded? Do I have a disadvantage?
you're not. You didn't blind yourself. The spell just didn't
okay.
happen at all. So you
Oh,
just-
okay. I thought since it failed, I blinded everybody. Okay.
So Barvin, you're up. You have a goblin above you, and he's slightly injured.
Okay. I'm gonna grapple. Am I close enough to just try to strangle him?
You can grapple him. Roll me a strength check. So roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Won't you need both hands for that?
Grappling happens with 1 hand. You just need 1 hand free.
Oh, I thought he was choking him out with both his hands or something.
You can just grab
No,
him.
I'm taking one hand, like putting it around his neck and like digging my thumb in.
Okay.
Let me-
Okay. Alexa, roll d20.
Scroll right. Sheet rabbit new sheet.
Ow.
Toolbar. In view. 125 per out of document actions. Character sheet. Direct toolbar. New sheet. But sheet navigate. Combat stats tab. 2 press up. Scroll sheet. Layout in table 1 in column hit dice. Row 5 speed. Row 6 passive. Row 8 AM. Row 4 hit dice. Row 3 initiative. Row 2 hit point. Row 1 armor class. Out of scroll sheet navigator. Tab group. You are currently
Alexa, repeat. Can she repeat what?
You don't have any notifications.
tab group.
Can she repeat what she just said? Or no?
In sheet ability. Combat weapons. Skills.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Right sheet. Layout area. Table 1 in column B. 1. Row 3. Column animal handling.
I rolled and I forgot what she said.
Row 4 arcana.
That's alright. You can re-roll.
Row 6 deception. Row 7 history. Row 8 insight. Row 9 intimidation.
Alexa, roll d20.
10 investigate. Row 11 medicine. 8 or 12 nature. 8. Row 13 perception. Row 14
Uh-oh.
She rolled a 6.
row 17 fight. Row 4 arcana.
This guy.
2 acrobat. Row 1 skill name. Row 3 animal handling. A3. Item chooser menu to set 1 point. Stroke weird. Edit 10. 1 point. Drunk with. Step 1 point. 1 point. Content select 1 outline table name. Punch out. Sheet. Formatter.
Sorry, guys.
Sheet, scroll,
That's
sheet,
alright.
inch,
It's under abilities, which is the first sheet.
Ow.
scroll sheet,
I was in-
tab, inch abilities, tab, press abilities, up, scroll sheet, layout, table 1, row 3, X, tab, row 1 abilities, row 5 intelligence, row 6 wisdom, row 7 charisma, row 8,
Go up, go up, go up.
row 1 abilities, 1, row 3 dexterity, A3, column E.
I'm missing a row.
Oh, you're missing strength?
Yeah, it goes right from abilities to dexterity.
Oh,
Row
I'll have to
3.
look at
Row
your
1,
sheet
row
for
3.
you. That's weird. I can look it up here. Just give me 1 second. I'll have a look at that for you after today. Oh, you've got a 0 modifier for strength, so it's a 6.
Doesn't matter.
So you go to grab the goblin and it swings out of the way on the bridge, manages to dodge your grapple.
Can I use my bonus disengage to climb up, or no?
You'd have to climb past him, so you can only disengage to climb down or 1 space to the right.
No, I don't want to climb down, so forget
No,
it.
you definitely don't want to climb down. You see what's down there?
Yeah.
So
He could just risk the opportunity attack.
you could,
Uh,
but he'd
I'm not
climbing
sure
round it, he'd disengage, then 1 opportunity he'd have 2 opportunity of attacks on him to climb round it. Because he.
how do you do that?
So
You would have 2?
Yeah, because he'd have to climb up. Like, if you're moving out of a space with 1, then they get an opportunity of attack. But if you're continuously moving around them, then they'll get another opportunity of attack.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, because you're moving past them.
Yeah, I'll risk it.
Okay.
Oh,
So you use disengage. You climb round 1, 2. You want to climb right to the top?
Yeah.
Okay. You're in range to do that. So, let's do a couple of attacks on you. You've already got 10 damage, so I hope they don't hit. What's your armor class? What did I get? 15.
Spells and combat stats. Press out of scroll right button. Sheet,
I
scroll
got
right.
15.
Column hit
Yeah.
points. Row 3. Row 4 hit dice. Row 5 speed. Row 1 armor class. Column B 14.
14 is my armor class.
Okay, so that hits. You take 4 damage. Second one misses. So as Barvin, I'm doing as many opportunity attacks as possible because he's a little goblin. You're fucking around with him. As you climb around the goblin, it slashes at you once, but you manage to dodge all the other hits using both your cunning as a thief and your agile dexterity. You manage to climb right to the top, and now you clamber over onto the top of the cliff, and you are free from the perils of the bridge. Your hands are free, and yeah, you're safe. So, safe. And then...
Safe but barely alive.
Is he safe? Well, you don't know what's on top.
Yep.
there you go. Whatever the...
You're up.
Better than what's on the bottom.
I'm going to go ahead and use my heal against whoever lost 10 points last round.
Me.
So, Barvin.
Oh,
You using healing word or heal wound?
heal wound.
It'd have to be healing word.
That's-
Am I close enough?
Oh, yeah,
You're
that's
not
right.
close enough.
Oh, that's right. He's way up there. Never mind. I'm going to just go ahead and... Am I close enough to the goblin?
Yeah, you can climb up to come into contact with it.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack him.
Okay.
Get him.
So,
Shit.
You can
No,
heal me
I-
later. Get him.
I missed. I rolled a 4.
okay.
Ah.
Zeden climbs up, slashes at the goblin, completely misses. It's now the goblin's turn. He's seen that Barvin's at the top, and I assume that he climbs up next to the illusion. The goblin's really confused. He doesn't know what to do. So he's just going to slash at Zeden in retaliation.
All right.
And he misses. So
We both miss each other.
So we now move on to Liam's turn. So Liam, you're the lowest on the bridge ladder. You're about 15 feet behind Orion.
It was just a small spider.
Oh yeah, you can climb straight over him. Use your bonus action to do that, if you want.
Don't accidentally squash him.
I get scared and flick. You're scared and thumb flick the spider off the roof.
No. I'll never find him.
Are you there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay. So we still have the one goblin left.
Yep.
I'm gonna blast him with the firebolt.
Oh,
Don't
man.
miss. This is wood. Do not miss.
Yeah. Good point.
Roll d20.
5.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn it. I said not to miss.
Is that total 10?
Why'd you miss?
Maybe he didn't. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We don't know what the armor class is.
We don't. We
A goblin's armor class is better than 10, that's for sure.
Aw.
So you fire the firebolt. It's not a critical failure, so it doesn't set fire to the bridge, don't worry. It flies straight past the goblin into the air like a firework. So if you picture the situation, you're above this canyon that a giant dinosaur is at the bottom of, chomping at you. There's a bridge on the side acting as a ladder that you're all hanging on, fighting goblins, pulling them off with thorn whips and stabbing them. There's a giant Loxodon standing at the top next to Barvin, who's just casually standing next to it as if nothing's happening. And this poor goblin is holding on for dear life, panicking as a firebolt launches straight past its head. So, Orion, it's your turn.
All right, I'm just going to use a dash and 40 feet of movement,
Okay,
climbing up.
you're at the top.
Yeah.
So you climb all the way up to
Okay.
Barvin.
And with my bonus action, I'll turn back into Orion and lean over the edge. You can do it, Liam!
There you go.
Okay.
Hashtag, where is Liam's? Never mind.
Morphed into a
Jesse,
cheerleader.
it's Jesse's turn. You are 5 foot
Oh
beneath the
shit,
goblin.
Jesse's down there too.
Okay, I'm 5 feet from what?
You're 5 feet below the goblin.
Okay, I'll try. Oh, I can't. Can I grapple from there, or do I have to be closer?
You can climb up and grapple him.
Okay, I'm gonna I can't speak. I'm going to climb up and try to grapple him.
Roll me a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Roll d20.
Dex
I
save.
gotta see what my modifier is. Hmm. 19.
Okay, so you managed to grab onto the goblin. You're pulling at him. So on his turn, he will have to pass a strength save unless he gets grabbed by someone else before then, in which time he's screwed. So
Oh, man.
it's Barvin's turn. Barvin, you're standing at the top looking down at Jesse grabbing onto this goblin's leg and trying to pull it off. What do you want to do?
I am going to get out my bow. And I'm going to shoot
Don't miss.
at this goblin.
Don't miss and hit me.
Go for
Try
it.
not to miss. I say,
Don't miss and
watch
hit
out,
Jesse.
I worry about everybody, but my first thought was, please don't miss and hit me.
Hey,
You got an 8.
Alexa, no, I just, never mind. Alexa, roll d20. I didn't say 8.
If it hits me, it's because my spell
Alexa,
didn't
roll
work.
d20. 2.
Oh,
my
Shit.
okay, who does the arrow hit? Who does the arrow hit? Oh, gosh.
So 7.
So okay, so you miss. The arrow flies. It just grazes Jesse, just misses him. Jesse sort of moves his head as the arrow flies past. Zeden, it's your turn. So you're next to Jesse beneath this goblin.
Okay.
It falls harmlessly into the mouth of the T-Rex.
I'm gonna swing again at this goblin with the dagger.
Go for it.
18 plus 2, 20.
Oh yeah, that is.
So let me get my D4. 3
Goblin
plus
is a
4,
lucky
7.
Oh man, yeah. So
Well,
finish
9
him.
actually.
How do you kill this poor little goblin?
I pull his.
I
tug his leg, and as he's falling towards me, I stab him in the stomach with the dagger, and then aimlessly toss him back down the other way.
measure.
So
Yeah.
Jesse's grabbing onto this goblin, and as he pulls him down, you stab him to make sure, and then he flies down below you guys straight into the mouth of this T-Rex as it snaps its jaws shut. And the rest of you, I imagine you climb up now that you're safe.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanna force Liam to use his floating disc.
I wouldn't be able to use it here because we
No.
were mid-air.
Yeah.
I know.
It can only be
I
about
looked
10
down.
feet above the ground, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
I look down at the bottom of the canyon and I say, man, I hope he's full now.
The T-Rex is sort of squirming around. It's
Yeah.
clearly broken its legs from the fall, but
Aw.
it's still angry and ready to eat anything that comes near it.
I'm gonna be one of those one day.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we should kill this guy and put him out of his misery. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, who? The dinosaur?
Yeah.
Oh.
How the
The dinosaur down below, because there's another dinosaur next to me up here that I'm petting.
Oh, that's okay. I'll stay on the ladder then. No. Wait, no, he's standing next to my illusion, right? Is my illusion still over there?
Yep.
That's right.
Oh,
Strike a pose.
does the
There you
illusion,
go.
can you feel it, or is it only sight?
It's only
it's
sight.
just-
If someone investigates it, they can quite clearly see that it's not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are on the other side of this canyon now. You've gone through this ridiculous way of getting across, but you got across nonetheless. You stand there. The other side of the canyon is bare. You're now on the edge of the wastes, and you can continue traveling towards the temple whenever you choose to.
I mean, we had to climb and we were hanging and fighting. I'd imagine we should rest, shouldn't we?
Short rest.
Short rest, yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay.
It's now sort of, morning. I imagine you guys want to travel a little bit away from the canyon before you set up.
Yes, definitely.
How about you
Definitely.
hit me with a healing word and then we can keep going? 'Cause I think
Yeah,
the
let me
rest
get
of
you-
We're all right.
Yeah, let me hit you. Yeah, he has 10 damage for us. Let me hit you with that healing word. It's plus
word.
8. Heal, my son.
I'm gonna offer my last healing potion to Jesse.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Oh, so I only get 4 back? There you go. Okay.
4 hit points back.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks. It's better than nothing.
There you go.
So
Do I have to
Barvin,
roll
you get
anything for
4.
the healing potion?
It's 1d4.
Yeah.
Is that right, Jim? 1d4 for the...
For the
Gotcha.
weaker one, yeah. Because the regular one's
Yeah,
1d4
Roll
plus 2, right?
Yes, I think so.
4.
Okay. So
Nice.
we're back up to 25 hit points.
Do you remember? I know on that one thing I took 10, but when I climbed past that goblin, it hit me once. Do you remember how many it took that time?
Yeah, so I've added on the points that Zeden healed. So currently you have 8 hit points. You've taken 10 damage.
Alright.
You're not dead yet.
No.
So as you guys travel into the wastes of Chult, it's a barren desert, and you can hear this wind blowing across, and there seems to be no sign of life whatsoever. You guys settle down and set up camp, not far into it, and yeah, what do you guys want to do in camp?
I can do a song of rest. for everybody that want to rest up.
He's gonna put us to sleep with this music.
There you go.
Are we doing a short rest?
You
or
know
a
what?
long
I'll
rest?
Short rest, right?
Up to you guys.
I'll do.
Well, if we do a short rest, that I can recover 2 spell slots.
Okay.
I would appreciate the rest because I'm not doing so great over here. I'm alive, but
I want to do lay on hands on Barvin.
Okay.
aw,
You can heal 50 up to 15 points of damage, I think, based on your level.
so
Yeah, it's your
last-
paladin level times 5, so yeah, 15.
So
I'll-
you can heal all of his damage and have 5 left over.
Oh,
All right, I will be generous and do that because that's what teams do.
That's what's right. That's what we do.
Jesse.
You're not dead anymore. Almost
Yeah.
dead anymore.
Your hands are sticky with blood, but thank you for laying your
Ryan loses his wounds and
I'll take them away.
Now, I don't have what Song of Rest does. It just says Song of Rest, but it didn't have a description of
Oh, sorry. So you add an additional...
I imagine it sounds like Inya.
yeah, they get an extra 1d6 hit points healed at the end of a rest.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
It can be used during a short rest. So there you go.
Okay. Do
So-
y'all need it or no? Did
Well,
everybody
no,
take
Jesse put his hands on me, so I'm good now.
Would-
First
like-
of all, they're sticky. And then,
put his hands?
you know, I didn't have to do it.
Liam, it looks like you only get your spells back on a long rest.
No, not the slots. On a short rest?
What's that?
Let me see. It's a feature, actually.
Oh, do you guys have a specific thing?
Let me see. Oh, wait, that's not. Yeah. It's Arcane Recovery.
Okay.
So, with a short rest, I can recover 2 slots.
Nice.
So the current wounds, Jesse has 3 wounds, Leon has 4, and Zedon has 4.
Okay, I'm gonna cure myself. Oh wait.
Well, you can use your Song of Rest, and
Okay.
instead of using hit dice, you can use the Song of Rest.
Okay. Yes, I'm
So
gonna do.
if you roll a d6, that will be how much you guys heal.
Okay. I'm gonna do the Song of
Roll
Rest.
D6. I didn't say G6. It's D6. Roll D6.
5.
5 for me.
Nice.
So you said I had 3, right?
Yep, so you're all good. Zedon's all
Okay.
good. And Leon, roll a d6.
Roll d6. 4.
You're all
Now,
back to
you're
full
good too.
health. So you guys lay down for a short rest. Does anyone do anything or want to talk to anyone about anything?
Well,
I'm just sitting here thinking, man, I have got to find a better job. This is
well, when we get to
I
the
peer down the. Good.
when we get to the temple, we're gonna have to find gosh, what was his name?
Drews.
because you want to ask Liam. You want to ask him about your dad, right?
Yep, he's with my dad and my nephew. My nephew's the one that's sick.
Oh wow.
Are you from here?
No, I'm actually from an island off the coast of Schult.
Oh.
But your dad and your nephew lived over here.
No, they traveled over here.
Oh.
I don't know
Sounds-
what caused them to do that, but they did. They must have heard about the curse. My father must have heard about the curse over here, and he decided to come. I don't know why he would have brought my nephew unless something happened at home.
Well, it sounds like your nephew
thought there
is
was
sick.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he
Right,
thought there was
I
a
remember
hero.
him saying that the person with your dad was sick, so your nephew must have the curse.
No one back at the fort mentioned that. He was trying to actually help everybody, since he's a medicine man.
Well, either way, we know he's over here because everyone we've talked to have said they saw him.
Yeah. And I don't know why he would have headed over to the temple, honestly.
But I guess we're gonna have to find out at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe the curse was on the island he lived at too. I mean, who knows? Maybe he thought if he got over here, he could catch a boat.
Well, we know it's spread, right? I mean, we found that boat with people who were infected.
Yeah. We know
So we
it's
know
spread.
that it's spread.
Yeah.
Right.
It might even be getting back to the mainland by now.
Right.
Which means we need to get back there as soon as possible.
Yeah, we need to get that cure.
I looked at Zeke and I'm like, hey, sometimes it's good to be a dark elf.
That's right.
Are you guys immune or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have to put on my disguise when we get big crowds over here, because the people found out I was a dark elf.
You need me! No.
Right, that's why there's tribes people that I threw a bomb at were trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, we usually make medicines from, the insides of plants, so maybe we can make a medicine with the insides of you guys.
Oh, no. No. Don't worry.
Well, if I end up dying, which honestly at this point is pretty likely, feel free to do that, but
Don't worry, guys. At some point, I can talk to the plants. Don't.
whoa.
I really can. It's one of my.
What
It's one of my
been
cantrips.
smoking, Jesus?
It's one of my spells. I can talk to plants. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Once we get back home, we have to talk to the priest. Did he create the wasn't he the one who created the cure? Or knows how to
He
create
was.
Yeah.
Keyword was.
If we can find him.
He should still be back.
No, he ran away. We couldn't go back to his home village. Well,
he was at
didn't run away.
he was at
came
our
back- He
was with the
came back to the
fist.
castle with us.
Yeah.
He was going to work for the fist.
Yeah, but the Fist keeps requesting reinforcements back at the castle. That means that they're having trouble keeping that place fortified. If this thing makes it back to the mainland, there might not be a castle.
You're right. By the time we get back there, it could already be destroyed.
Good.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean well, you know what? We need to find a medicine man who can interpret this last vial of cure that we have. Maybe we can find someone who can
Stretch it.
tell,
Right, maybe they can
tell us
figure out
what's in it.
Oh yeah.
Which
Can
means this is like the most important thing that we probably have right now. We gotta keep it safe.
Can I smell it?
I know what to do.
You freak. Oh, the potion.
He wants to smell it. If you break the seal on it, though, will it ruin it?
No,
I don't know.
So.
You want to risk it?
I mean, I have some training in alchemy. Maybe I can.
Yeah, go ahead and sniff it. I don't think that would harm it.
What are you going to roll, like a intelligence or?
That'd be a
That's up to the DM. Cool. Of course, that's the one that I don't have.
Do you get smell advantage with any of the
Perception.
There you go.
Do I get any sort of advantage for having the alchemist training?
Yeah, sure. You can have advantage of that.
Okay. Alright, so just a d20 plus wisdom, I guess. Oh yeah, plus medicine.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and try it. See what happens.
roll a d20.
It's 18.
Plus 3, 21 right now, or roll a d20. I might get a crit. Let's just see.
You got 12.
Okay, so we'll go with the 21.
So, you smell it and you know that if you were able to sit down with it, maybe where Dribble concocts his potions, you'd be able to figure out how to make most of it. You can almost smell the herbs and different plants that have been put into it. You're like, oh, that one's familiar, and oh, I can smell something else in there. But there's one component which is incredibly pungent and doesn't smell like any plant, and you can't quite figure out what it is.
You guys,
I can kind of get it. There's just one thing I'm missing, and well, that means if we want me to be able to recreate this, then we can't use this.
Yeah.
Right.
As Orion makes eye contact with Liam.
My father might be able to help with this.
He might.
Him being a medicine man, so...
Yeah.
Let's hope he's alive.
And if not, the King Azor did mention that that trail led to some medicine men.
Yeah, that is true.
But hey guys,
the trail that y'all didn't want to go on. My bad.
Well, you might get your chance.
Yes.
If we find the cleric, I know how to get the recipe out of him.
I am very good at intimidation as well. I can definitely intimidate him.
He loves to gamble, right? So
Uh-huh.
we just, challenge him to a dice game, get him to lose all his money, and then when he still wants to play, we'll say, well, if we win, you got to give us the recipe. But
No. I'll use my charm spell on him.
Well, I don't see why he would just give it to us, willingly.
Yeah, guys, he's already our friend.
This is true. I don't have to charm him.
What are friends? We intimidate everybody.
Yeah.
We don't have to do this.
Also,
I'm your friend.
We have 3 options at least.
Yeah, we have good options. Yeah.
The closest near-term option would be to find my father.
Let's go to the temple then.
If we find your nephew and he can't and your dad can't figure this out, we're gonna have to make a decision. I know what Orion wants to do, but that's gonna be a tough one.
Well, let's just go to the temple for now. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
Yeah.
Well, but let's see. Out of the 3 of us, who should hold on to that? Should Orion?
He's gonna give it back to Liam.
Okay.
So it'll be up to you, Liam. There you go.
So, before you all clear up camp and go on, I'm going to try something that has been suggested before. So, I'm going to go through all of you and ask you how your character feels about everything that's happened and what's happening at the moment. So, Barvin, how does Barvin feel about everything that's been happening over, the past few weeks?
I'm out of the Adventure Zone.
I'm imagining this like a reality show, actually, where they go in the confessional booth, But anyway, after all we've been through, I am so tired. I'm frustrated. I'm not afraid of Orion's animal forms anymore, but I am just ready to get out of Chult, go back to the mainland. I'm trying to make some money.
Okay. And how about Jesse? How's he feeling?
I am kind of still in a whirlwind. I want to learn all I can about the Barre. I hope I can live up to what the Barre stands for, what Torm sees, the faith he sees in me. I want to honor that the best I can and just try to be everything that everyone that follows Torm hopes for. I want to be the ultimate I guess I want to be I don't want to let the bar A down. I want to uphold the ideals and everything that the order stands for. I'm not the biggest fan of everybody wanting to dash off hastily and grab everything under the sun, but I cast my lot in with everybody, so I'm in for the long haul.
You want to be the
But
rarest,
I feel like I'm always questioning everybody's, not everybody, but some of the decisions that we make.
Yeah, we're basically traveling with Gandhi.
And how's Liam doing?
I'm excited with the adventure. I mean, this is what I wanted to do, was to explore and travel and find adventure, and we've certainly had that. So I appreciate that aspect of what's happened to us. I don't like the fact that I nearly died.
I second that one.
Yeah.
And honestly, since then, I feel a little different. It's I don't know if it's just my change in perspective or just something about the fact that there's this curse going around. It has me very nervous, and I desperately want to find my father and nephew, to make sure that they're okay.
Mm-hmm. And Orion, how are you doing?
Orion is worried about a tough decision that's going to have to be made in the future. He's worried about letting people down, and he's worried about people getting hurt under his watch. He is always trying to stay positive and happy, but right now he's having a tough time, especially considering we're in the desert and there's not a lot of life around us right now, and apparently huge creatures that can still live after breaking their legs.
So
That's right.
Even though Orion hasn't necessarily established his authority and rank, he feels a responsibility to the group.
Always. Even if he wasn't the flame, Orion would feel a personal failure if anybody was really hurt or if anybody died. It would be a massive hit to his to his personality, his pride, and everything. Ultimately, he just wants to get through this with everybody safe, and I think he leans more on. He leans a lot on Jesse to be a strong second-hand man, as he's already seen Liam go down once. He's kind of protective over Liam, Barvin, and Zedin. So anytime either of those three get hurt, Orion kind of goes into a rage. So yeah, that's where Orion is right now.
And how's Zedin doing?
Well, Zedin is trying to balance between frustration and peace, because the further he adventures, the further he's away from his hometown and the answers he's seeking. But on the other hand, he feels sometimes going on adventures makes him closer to the answers he's seeking and further from the misery of the home he used to call home. So he's just more in the zones. I'm more so in the thrill of things, trying to take my mind off of what I left behind. So sometimes I tend to think recklessly with that notion of, well, I don't have a home to go to, so I'm kind of like that the first night guy kind of thought, where it's like I really don't fear because there's nothing else to lose.
Yeah, so Zedin enjoys the adventure as a distraction, and he really has nothing to lose, so that's why he's quite reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, guys. Yeah. as Eric said there, someone recommended that from the Adventure Zone, which I've never listened to, so I've no idea if that was correct.
I've heard of it, but I've never listened to it. But
No.
I looked
really
it up,
liked
but it
it.
seems like there's so many episodes I don't know where to like. I didn't want to just start at the beginning because I felt like I'd never catch up.
You start at the beginning because they're playing D&D at the beginning, and then
Oh, okay.
you go
Because
with
I knew it
until
branches
finish.
off, right? Like,
Yeah, they move it to a different system
Okay.
after a while, but the first season is all about D&D. Just be prepared if you're paying attention to the rules. They kind of ignore them, so
I like that. That
it's
was
more about
actually
the
a really
story.
thing to add.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try that every now and then, see how it goes, and it will help me as well to write a story to accommodate what you want to do as a character. You know.
I thought it was cool. It added a little gravitas and depth to the narrative.
So after your short rest, what do you guys want to do?
Let's get going.
I say
Yep.
we head to the
Pack up and head out.
You
What is
guys,
it, like mid-afternoon? Or
yeah, it's just after like midday, a couple of hours after. So you guys pack up. You begin traveling across the wastes of Cholt's expansive desert. There's sand and rock, wind and death. There's nothing here. Nothing.
Can I keep an
living.
eye out as we're going for any sign of life in the past? Like if there's leftover carcass of an animal or any sort of garbage that would have been left behind from somebody else's camp?
Yeah, so there's absolutely a few skeletons here and there. The dinosaurs, a couple of humanoid skeletons, and there's debris in terms of like lumps of old, metals and what looks like old rotten wood. But it's definitely not something that came from the wastes. It was left there.
Gotcha. So every time we come across one of those, Orion will go and inspect it, and probably won't find anything of interest, but just to point it out to Liam, like there's still hope.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
as you travel, the wind starts to play tricks with you. The constant whistling of the wind and nothing around, and it's just loud enough that if you were to have a conversation with one another, you'd sort of have to shout loudly above it. So
Okay.
sort of keep to yourselves as you're traveling. As Barvin's walking along, he hears a voice that says to him, "You stole all of our money."
Oh shit.
No, I can't place that right away because there's plenty of people that would have that grievance with me.
He's the only one that can hear that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I just look at him crazy like,
Your own child was left to starve.
oh, now I know. I don't know who it is, but I know what they're talking about.
"You're a bad man." No.
You're a bad man.
I look around. I'm kind of rubbing at my face, trying to think, am I hearing things? What the fuck is going on?
I'm noticing like look of craziness on his face. I'm like, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man, nothing. I'm just,
Okay.
this wind, it's getting to me.
Oh, okay. That's just get used to it, man. Just don't let me see you cry.
It's just dust.
Okay.
As Barvin shakes it off and continues to walk, and then as you continue further, Zeden hears a voice say to him, "They all died because you couldn't protect them."
Oh man. I stopped for a minute and dropped my bow.
I look at Zeden. Hey, man, what's going on? You okay?
I couldn't do anything to save them.
What?
Nothing.
Say what?
What?
Nothing. I pick up my bow and I keep going. Nothing. It's nothing.
As you continue to walk further, Orion hears voices start to talk to him. You don't belong anywhere.
Orion will shake his head and keep going.
Freak.
You guys, I don't like the place.
I'm with you on that. I'm starting to have a bad feeling here.
Orion's gonna keep to himself.
None of them looked at you the same.
Orion looks upset and is quiet, sticking to himself.
The voice every now and then will whisper to Orion, but you can't quite hear what it's saying, but you know that it's trying to mock you again. As you guys continue to travel, Jesse hears a voice. Your parents left you. No one wanted you. Not even Torm wants you.
Jesse looks visibly shaken and a little stricken, but squares his shoulders and keeps on marching forward.
The voice leaves you alone. It doesn't bother you again. But as Liam walks, the voice whispers to him, "They're already dead."
I stop suddenly, and I look around. Hey, you guys didn't hear that?
Hear what?
What?
Can't hear anything over the fucking kitchen foil, whatever that is.
That's right.
It's a Reese's Cup store.
That's right.
The kitchen foil blunt makes you all deaf.
Guys, this is freaky as fuck.
Oh my god.
The curse of the kitchen refrigerator.
Bum, bum, bum.
The fridge rolls advantage.
Okay, Liam, go for it.
Hear what?
Did y'all hear that?
Hear what?
I clearly heard a voice.
It's just the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard it too.
You heard it? What?
Oh, you heard the wind too?
Yes. It made me upset.
The wind that's blood.
I think we all hear the wind. The point is we ignore it and move on.
That is not the wind. I clearly heard a voice.
I understand what you're saying.
I only heard wind and I ignored it.
It's just in your head. It's all just in your head.
Guys, to be honest, this place is fucking with us. You just gotta ignore it.
Ignore what? The voices in our heads?
Yes.
Not just
The wind.
individually, our heads.
Well, did you guys hear the same thing?
I don't know. What did you hear? What did it say?
Here's the point. If the man who could turn into a freaking bear says that it's wind and we should all just ignore it, maybe we should all listen to him. We can turn
I
into a
agree.
bear.
I agree.
He can't turn into a bear.
I choose to ignore it.
Okay.
Eden's a flat earther.
There's a wall of ice, guys. It's a wall of ice.
It's all
He can't.
That's true. You can't turn into a bear.
He can't turn into a bear. I've never seen it.
Don't listen to that voice. It's fake news.
It's fake news. You're right.
The wall really didn't crash down in Westeros either.
There you go. Well, you know, we have to keep going forward. Obviously, something's trying to distract us from going forward, which means obviously we should move forward.
Yeah, Liam rolls his eyes and has a look of annoyance on his face.
But we have to stick together on this, guys. Only together can we achieve what we're going to be going through.
Orion just keeps walking forward.
Hey, get over here. I'm talking to you too.
He's gonna ignore Zeden.
Okay.
As do I. We all
as does Jesse.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk forward as well then.
I love how Edwin's just like, yeah, fair enough.
That's right.
So as you guys walk, you're walking over dune after dune. As the wind, blows down at you guys. I just have to line something up. Just give me 1 moment.
Okay.
Just spend some time in the desert. Okay.
Every
As
time
we-
that voice starts to come up again, Orion's gonna play his ocarina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Distract
There
himself.
you go.
You guys, we gotta play music.
What the fuck is
We're
that
gonna have
noise?
voices in our heads.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my pancakes falling.
Oh
Your
my.
pancakes.
So, anyway, you guys walking through the desert for most of the night. Every now and then the voice is trying to bug Liam because it now knows that it can get to him, and every now and then it will say things like, "Do you really want to see your father turned into one of the dead?" And it will try and distract him and bother him. You walk through the night. All of you feel on edge. None of you feel comfortable in this place. You don't see any signs of life. You only see signs of things that have died here. As morning breaks, after your long night of travelling, you're all exhausted. And as you walk over a dune, you see a huge market out of nowhere. Most of Chult has been wiped out entirely. There's barely anyone around, and suddenly out of nowhere there's a huge bustling market down below you guys, and as you get closer you hear the music of it. Hopefully it's not going to deafen us. There you go. So, as you guys walk over the dune, you see the market below. Let me description so I can put it in memory. So, as you realise what you're seeing is completely real and not on barge, you get closer to the sounds and smells of the market. A huge bustling market in the middle of the waste with tents and tarps and flickering in the wind. A colourful stream of excited cloth mixed amongst weathered old stalls that have been stared at by the sun for way too long. People move around trading goods and excitedly finding deals, and as the party get closer to the outskirts you notice that there seem to be a lot of mercenaries around, standing guard at each possible entrance to the market. As you approach, two mercenaries stand at the entrance that you guys are coming to, and one of them steps forward as you guys reach the edge of the market, and he says to you, "I hope you lads are just here to trade."
What else would we be here for?
Well,
That's
A little snotty.
ignore him, sir. He turns into a bear sometimes.
He needs a Snickers.
the mercenary does not look amused, and he says, "Your weapons are local, but they stay in your pocket. Otherwise there'll be trouble. Am I clear?"
Clear.
Understood.
Good. How about your business? He walks back over to the man and sort of says something to him. You guys walk into the market.
Do they have any defining features? Do they have any insignia or anything like that?
Liam, roll me a perception check.
Shit, I
Roll
forgot to put
20.
on my disguise. Eden's eating
Edwin, you gotta mute your mic, man.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
Yeah, mute your
Getting way
mic.
too much.
Roll d20.
Start some other music for you guys.
10.
Indiana Jones style.
Well, imagine
Nice.
sounds like Turkish food.
I'm sure someone will get angry.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, so you know the symbol on their arm from Chult. They're a mercenary company that are generally referred to as Rakrin's dogs.
Ooh, Rackling dogs.
Wonder if they're paying better than the Fist. I'll have to talk to them.
You can ask.
Yeah, but I mean, that would mean we'd have to stay on this island, or at least
Yeah,
report back
that's
to
true. I think of that and I change my mind.
Yeah.
Is the music too loud for you guys?
Yeah,
A bit.
yeah, a little bit.
So let me adjust the volume here. How's that?
That's good.
Better.
That's good. Or do you want it lower?
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, a little better. Yeah.
Good. Okay. So, would you guys want to talk to the mercenaries, or do you just walk in?
I'm
I'm
walking in.
just going in.
Yeah, so we walk on the ground.
We're gonna go ahead
I
and
can find someone selling weapons.
yeah, same here.
Y'all got enough weapons.
I want to trade my dagger in for a short sword.
I lost my dagger
That's
true.
right, he lost his
And a
and
bomb.
my bomb.
and the
I lost my used my javelins. You don't hear me complaining, guys.
To be fair, I didn't lose my bomb. I used it.
Yeah, as we're in here, are the people milling about standard townsfolk, or are they kind of like a more shady group of people?
So, I will give you a quick description of the market that I've written down, and then I will talk about the general demographics and how people look. Is that good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as the party enter into the market itself, they are met with a cacophony of people, music, animals and trade. People shout to one another playfully as others haggle intensely. The caged animals growl and squawk as the bovine pulling stock groan. Hatchets and cleavers strike wooden chopping blocks as they hack meat, and wooden crates slam and creak against each other as they're moved. Music fills the air around you. Concentrate in one ear and you can hear a lute, and then turn your attention to the other ear and you'll hear a drum playing to a completely different beat. You hear the drop and sizzle of cooking and cast iron, and smell the aromas of the foods being prepared. The air feels cool and hot at the same time at any given moment, as sweet smells of lunch mix in with the droppings of beasts. The party push their way through the crowd, but it's not so dense that you can't comfortably maneuver. You can just, walk through comfortably amongst these bustling crowds. As you peruse, you witness the source of the sounds that you'd heard, and you see the more silent attractions of the market in terms of the wares that each trader carries. From swords to gems to pickled elf ears and beholder eyeballs in jars, there seems to be just about everything you could want in this market, as each stall is littered with more and more eclectic wares: weapons, armor, treasure, instruments, maps, cloths, food, whatever your heart desires is in this market. So,
Speaking of Fort,
That's a bad description for some of these. Some of our party.
as you walk into the market, most of these people look pretty normal. Some of the people running the stalls look a bit questionable, a bit shady, but for the most part it's mostly humans here. They look relatively normal, and they don't appear to be aware of the fact that most of Chult has been almost wiped out.
is there a fortune teller?
There is a gypsy-looking woman by a stall of instruments.
instruments, you say?
Yep.
You gotta start putting like weight carrying limits.
Do you
Oh man.
do you want to go over to her?
The gypsy woman? Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, as you approach, the old, large gypsy woman stands by her stall. She has a red turban on, which looks like it may have once held colour but is now faded by the harsh winds of the wastes. Her features have sunken into her face under wrinkles, and the only way that you can make out where her eyes and mouth are is through the yellow face paint that she wears in the shape of a skull, indicating where these features once were. Jewelry jangles around her neck as she moves, and there's rings that strangle her bloated fingers as she moves her hands through the different instruments. As you guys approach, and Zeden starts to look through her instruments, I'd imagine.
Yes.
You start to look through, and she sees you looking and sees the instruments in your bag, and she says to you, "An instrument? Trade!" And she holds up a metal horn to you. She says, special, trade.
Well, the harp, no. My father gave that to me. It's a trade secret. Maybe my flute. Let me see that horn a little bit closely.
She hands you the horn. The horn is a metal horn, and it appears to have a skull engraved into the side of it. She looks at your flute, and she looks over it and she says, this and gold too.
She's gonna give me gold for the flute?
She says, no,
she wants gold.
I want gold.
She wants gold for the instrument.
Yeah. She says flute as well as gold.
Right.
Oh man. Don't think that's much of a fair trade, ma'am. I'll come back and give you my answer at another
Are
time.
you sure, Z?
Can I
You love to
inspect?
think your own horns.
Can I inspect that horn?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Yep. Let's see. Roll a d20. That's not gonna do anything.
It's a
I
6.
can probably inspect it.
I got a 6 and I have a 7 total.
Okay, so just looks like
Like a
a
horn.
pretty regular horn. The symbol on it could be something, perhaps religious even, but you're not sure.
Hey, Jesse.
Yep.
Take a look at this.
I want to do an insight check on that horn.
Alright, I'll give you guys one more Arcana check.
You
Who
want me
wants
to
to
do?
make it?
Oh, I
Jesse
can
can do
check.
it. He knows the symbols and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Liam.
Liam might know too.
Yeah, that's
Can I do a Arcana check or religion check?
Oh, you can do either.
Oh, okay.
As you had said about the symbol, I'll do the religion check on the symbol.
Sure.
Roll d20. 18.
Okay, it's the symbol of Mirkul, the
Ah,
old
fuck.
god of the dead.
I look at the gypsy. Where did you get this?
Trade.
Don't mind. Try?
I don't recommend
trade.
anyone tries that.
Oh, she doesn't understand what we're saying, guys. They only know trade here.
Oh, I thought she was saying try.
Liam
She's
could
saying trade.
perhaps speak to
Trade.
her.
Yeah, I thought she wanted him to try.
What kind of woman is she? What her race?
She's a Cholton woman. She's a
Okay.
dark-skinned gypsy from the waste.
Gotcha.
What would on our current Arcana check reveal?
It's the symbol of the dead.
Yeah. It's,
That's what an Arcana check would tell me.
No, the religion.
I did
check
religion.
revealed it.
Hey Jim, could you turn down the music a little bit more?
Sure.
Yeah, it's kind
It's a little bit more, yeah.
Something about that flute. It just cuts
Yeah.
through.
right. The frequency cuts.
Oh, I see. I'll tell you what.
No, it's fine now.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Hearing you guys is way more important, so let's turn that right down.
I couldn't hear my thoughts.
Sorry about that.
It's alone in my thoughts.
Okay, seeing as how this is a gypsy woman, I would always be skeptical. Of
I wonder if she can speak
any
thieves'
curses
cant.
or anything on there.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I was saying, since this is a gypsy woman, no, I pull Barvin over back a little ways out of earshot from the gypsy woman. I would be kind of wary of getting an instrument from this lady. They're kind of known for their curses?
That is
Yeah.
so prejudiced.
What if these things are cursed, guys?
It's
What
a
if
damn death symbol.
what if all these merchandises are cursed?
What if the whole market is cursed? Everything we're seeing here isn't
Well,
what we're
there's only
seeing.
one way to find out.
Orion is trying to speak to this woman in Gnomish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello? Can
He's
you,
no idea what you're saying.
I got a question.
Okay, halfling. Hi. So this one, and he points to the horn.
She's no idea what you're saying. She's human.
He moves to Dwarvish.
Can you speak Thieves' Cant?
How about this one?
She's just staring at you. She's just like, what are you doing?
He shrugs and then he starts in Druidic.
Damn, he knows a lot of languages.
She has no idea. Liam hears her saying in a, or he half understands in a Cholton dialect her saying, "What is this idiot doing?"
Only Liam knows Chilton, so...
Can she speak Thieves' Cant?
You can try.
Okay, so the way that works, I have to like say something and then message you the real message?
You just tell me what you're saying, and we'll assume that you're using sign language or code in your speech. Either one. You can pick
Okay.
how Barvin does it.
Okay, so I walk up to her and I say, pancakes are good for breakfast.
Are you saying
But
that in
really-
common?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it really means, where did you get this horn?
She she doesn't speak any common, so she has no idea what you're saying.
Well, I can talk to her.
Mhm.
What do y'all want me to ask her?
I want to know where she got that horn.
From the
Okay,
God
so
of the
I asked
dead.
her,
It
where'd
might
you get
have
that
magical
horn?
powers.
From the God of the Dead.
Well, she didn't
Like
get
how
it directly.
Jesse's
from
like,
them.
why is no one listening to me? This is fucking
Orion
evil."
looks at Jesse and looks back at the horn, and then remembers back to the ship where we found the original symbols of Merkel. Oh. Yeah, we're done here, guys.
Yeah, okay. All I wanted was a cursed horn.
The gypsy woman looks offended as does Eden give her the horn back?
No, no.
Eden, are you there?
Barvin didn't steal something, did he?
No, not yet.
Sleight of hand.
Are you there, Edwin?
I think we lost
Oh
him.
yes. No. I had
No,
my
he
phone-
muted his mic.
I muted my mic. My bad. I give the horn back to her with a smile and a nod.
She looks offended. She just takes it.
Oh.
I'll reach
In her
over
lang-
and take his flute back.
Damn.
In her language is smiling and nodding.
Yeah, I snatched my flute back to you.
As you guys step away from her stall and walk away, a large man stands guard not far away, a huge black tent. This huge black tent sort of sinks into the backdrop of the market, but it's gargantuan in size. And as you guys sort of walk past, the man nods to Jesse and he says, "Are you all looking for weapons? Look no further." The large man pulls the entrance to the tent slightly ajar and uses his other hand to gesture for the party to enter.
What language does he speak?
Are there any symbols of Merkel on this on this
It's just
tent
a
before we
big-
walk in?
Big black tent. You
Just a big ass skull.
you can't see inside because it's very dim in there.
Most of us
Alright.
wouldn't care if there were symbols anyway.
I look at the man and I say, hey, do you know where I can find a monkey?
Oh my god.
If you go and speak with one of the animal vendors, I'm sure they will have a monkey.
I'll walk into the tent.
Okay?
I walk into.
I walk with him. I'll find the monkey later.
You guys walk into the tent.
I'm gonna stay outside the tent.
Yeah, me too. I'm outside. I'm gonna wait outside the tent as well.
So you guys walk into the tent. It's very dim in there. Barvin is very happy with the lighting in this tent. because it's very dark and dim. There's weapons of every kind hanging from the pole rafters that hold the tent up. There's tacked on shelves and weapons laying against them, littered over tables. There's every kind of weapon that you could imagine. As you look around, you see a shadow move a little bit by a dim lantern, and then you see a drow woman step out from there, smiling towards you guys, and she looks at Barvin and she says, I don't see many of my lot around here.
Yeah, from what I can tell, I haven't been here too long, but from what I can tell, we're not very popular in these parts.
Ah, you must have been in the jungles.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple days.
Yes, you're okay here in the wastes. People are fine with drow.
All right, so
She looks at the equipment you're carrying, sort of raises an eyebrow and then smiles, and then she says, most of my stock is traditional, but I just got in these beauties. She holds up 2 jet black daggers, and she says, not sure where they're from, but they don't look much to be trifled with. I'm open to the best offer.
Looking for the skulls.
Any symbols?
yeah, are there any?
You can't see any symbols on them. These daggers are jet black, like, you know, onyx black, to the point where they're almost non-existent unless you see light gleaming against the black surface of them.
Do followers of Merkel have a color scheme?
Do you ask that of the woman?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. So
Right now, I'm rummaging through my bag because I don't even know how much gold I have. So.
okay, I think you got like 49 gold, and then you can also trade items as well. I'll say if any of you are like, oh, I want to buy, you know, arrows, weapons, armor, any basic stuff that you know, we've talked about in the past, just email me after this session, say I wanted to buy this and that, and I'll let you know rather than doing it in session. We'll just talk about special items in game.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So I asked her, does this dagger have any magical properties? Or?
She says to you, I have no idea, I just got them, so I suppose you could test them if one of your friends doesn't mind being stabbed. She smiles at you guys.
I don't mind. Let's walk outside and stab.
Let me go talk to Zeddy.
All right.
Can I Arcana check this?
Sure.
Okay. I'm shit with Arcana, but hey. William's outside, so roll a d20.
You rolled 18.
Ooh, 19.
Nice. So as you move your hand over them, you get a feeling from them. You felt it before when fighting the undead. These daggers deal necrotic damage, but you can't tell anything else about them.
All right, I'll communicate that over to Barvin.
Okay.
Hey, these things, they do extra damage. It's magical damage. It's necrotic.
That means like if you're fighting the undead.
It might be less effective against the undead.
Mm-hmm.
Less
Maybe.
effective or more effective? Because necrotic to me sounds like it would do more.
It's less effective against the undead.
Yeah.
Radiant damage would be more effective against the undead.
Yeah.
Oh. So where does the extra damage come in?
You
Barton's
don't know
not too
that.
bright.
You wouldn't know. Yeah.
You wouldn't know that.
Well, I was asking Orion, but I guess he wouldn't know either.
He wouldn't know either.
If so, with the horn or the daggers or anything, if you guys purchase an item, I'll tell you how it works, but your character just looking at it doesn't know how it works.
Okay,
I say,
gotcha.
Hey, I'll give you 20 gold for it.
20 gold? I'm not going to give them to you for that. Jesus. Oh, well, not Jesus, sorry. Jesus. Merkel.
You wouldn't think of him here.
Torah?
Wait, yeah, whose name does she
Torah?
use? Is it the god of the dead?
No, she just says, shit, I'm not giving them to you for that.
Jesus,
And,
the failed carpenter in the land of the dwarves, where it's all known.
Yeah. She says, that's way too low. Look at them.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're pretty shiny, but I'm not.
How much gold do you have?
Well, look, yeah, look. Let me sit on it for a minute. Let me think about it. I don't mean literally sit on the dagger. I just mean let me
sit on
You can make her.
I'm gonna look around.
You can make her an offer with gold and items, whatever you want to do, and then
You have a crap ton of weapons.
and then you can
Yeah,
roll a persuasion check
Right.
on top of
I'm-
that to try and help the deal.
Okay. So, how about 25 gold? And I'm gonna do a persuasion.
Okay, but you're limited on these persuasion checks. Eventually, she is going to tell you to fuck off.
Okay.
Are you throwing anything else in with the gold? Or is it just the gold?
It's just the gold because honestly, I don't feel like I need it to be real.
You really don't need all those weapons either.
Yeah.
Are you offering 25 gold for both daggers?
There's two of them.
Yeah,
There's two of them.
This
Oh.
is twin. This is a
No,
twin
just
set.
for one of
Just
them.
for one. Okay.
Alexa, roll d20. Yeah.
Liam's standing outside bobbing his head to the music.
Me with you. I'll take out my flute and start playing too.
This is Eden playing.
I'm just playing along with what I think the music is here.
I got 10.
She says, no, I'm not giving it to you for that.
All right. Well, thanks for your time.
Suit yourself.
Okay.
She
We're-
puts the daggers away.
We're pretty stockpiled right now, so
I'm gonna go in there and look around.
Okay.
I'll be right back, Liam.
As you
I walk outside.
as you walk in, the woman says, "Another one? Oh man, we're everywhere today." She
He's right
says, "Maybe you all want to take a look at these. The last guy didn't want them," and she holds out the two jet black daggers.
How much are you willing to negotiate for these?
I'll give them to you for the best offer you've got.
I grab her hand a little bit and I kind of rub her hand with my finger and says, "What do you really want to bargain for these?"
She says,
Contemplating if I
"If
want
you
to
don't let
charm
go of my
spell.
hand, you're going to find out how these daggers work."
Okay, I go ahead and pull my hand back. Do you have any short swords of any sort?
Yeah, I can work that out with you in email.
Okay.
She doesn't say that, is it? She doesn't have email. She's not on like Gmail or anything.
I don't want to use my charm spell. I'm gonna tell her that I'm gonna discuss it with my friends over here, and I'll be right back.
She wipes her hand on her clothes, like as if wiping off your grab.
What would her email be?
Obviously, she doesn't know I'm the greatest musician ever. Yeah.
She looks so confused and she's like, "Jeez, these weirdos."
I know.
As you guys are outside, a big hulking mass of steel is across the way by a stall. It's steel and bolts in the form of a giant humanoid, just this armor. But as you look more closely, you can see through the cracks there's a gnome inside, and he's pulling ropes and tossing levers to get the construct to maneuver and react in accordance with what the gnome wants to do. As you guys are gathering outside the black tent, the gnome throws the arm up of the giant metal construct at you, and through a horn at the mouth it calls out to you, Hey, the best armor on Chult. I even have this helmet cheap. And it points the arm back down with a few... And there is essentially a huge metal bucket with a slit cut in it for eyes. And that's what he is selling as a cheap helmet.
Nice.
So, if anyone is interested in that.
Ryan shakes his head.
No.
I'm good.
Okay. So, as you guys, I imagine you continue through the market to sort of get to the other side.
Yep.
Okay. As you do walk through, a portly man with copper skin and an intricately twirled mustache runs up to Zeden and he says, "My friend, you look like a performer. Do you perform?"
Yes, sir. I'm the greatest ever.
He looks relieved. He puts his head into his
Thank
hands.
God,
and
the
goes,
greatest ever is here.
"Oh, thank the lords." He looks back up at you and he goes, "My actors left. I'm scared. I don't know why. They ran away. I have to put a performance on today. I can pay you and your friends 100 gold each, and any extra we make if you can perform in the show for me."
Yes, sir. I would love to do that. Can we also throw in the twin daggers in that tent over there?
I don't have any daggers. I have gold. I can pay you. Please.
Okay, that'll be good enough, sir. Let me get my friend over here. Do you want to perform with me?
Yeah.
Who you talking to?
The thief. The other.
Oh.
My side.
This guy is asking for the whole group.
I'm always down to make.
Can you guys dance and do a light show of any sort? Can you dance on your?
Well, everybody saw my dancing 2 weeks ago.
He overhears you guys trying to talk, and he says, I have a play. It is about an evil king who steals a princess, and then we need one man to play the prince. We need another for the evil king. One shall play the henchman, another shall be the prince's comical sidekick, and the last shall play our damsel.
Oh, we got a guy who dances very nicely in a blonde dress and a wig and a disguise, and he likes to wear it too.
Perfect.
Wait, what?
Alright. Alright.
Barvin's the damsel.
There you go.
So
give us a few time just to rehearse our lines and get things together. And
there is no time. We must begin at once.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Let me whip up one of my sheets of songs here.
I look at Jesse. I say, "Man, if we screw this up and the audience starts attacking us, be ready."
Don't worry, guys. Guys, I got that covered. I have performance check and persuasion check.
Wait, why does he need us to do this right now?
Because it was scheduled and his actors ran away.
His actors ran away.
You don't think
Isn't
there's
that
a reason
little
for that?
convenient?
Yeah, the reason is the show must go on.
The show must go on, guys.
We have things to do.
Can we go back to Adventure Zone and I talk about how gullible everyone is?
You can see the portly man running over to the stage. There's already a crowd gathered waiting for the performance.
Come on,
Let's-
take a break.
Yeah, let's do this, guys.
Yeah.
We need this release. Let's do this performance.
Ryan
Well,
looks to
don't be
Liam.
really-
Hey, we're getting gold.
Yeah, we're getting 100 gold each,
That's what I'm
guys.
saying.
Ryan shrugs. Alright, I guess we'll take a few hundred gold and, that should ease your mind when you find your dead father and nephew.
Yes.
Especially if
No,
you
you
find
put me
out
down
that
there.
we could have got there in time.
You know,
He might be in
Zedin,
the audience.
How long was this performance going to take, guys? It's 100 gold each.
Why did
the
the other
guy
actors leave?
the guy comes back over. What are you waiting for? It's 100 gold for half an hour's work, please.
Tell us why the rest of the actors left.
I don't know. They're scared of all the dead wandering Chult and we have to leave. We have families. Cowards.
Insight check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Come on.
I say
Roll a
I say
D20.
forget it, guys. We need to get going.
You rolled 1.
Ryan ain't seeing shit.
There you go.
Look,
You have
look.
no
What
idea.
are the odds?
I mean, we're
your dad
here.
and your nephew have stayed alive for the past week that they're gonna die in the next 30 minutes. We
Yeah.
can do it. Come on.
Yeah.
What
it's
if
like
we die in
30
the next 30 minutes?
I hold.
We're not gonna die. We're gonna
I
be
grab
on
onto my
stage
bow.
in front of adoring fans and
I
make
grab my dagger and say, "That's not gonna happen. Don't worry, guys."
Ryan just looks at Liam and says, "It's half an hour. Your call."
Ryan, I'm with
just-
you, Ryan. Come on, guys.
You said you're calm.
We've got more important things to do to be entertaining.
More important things.
That
than
counts
making
3 of
goals.
us.
I vote we perform for these guys.
I agree.
Have fun.
What happens if there's a 3?
Well, no, we all have to do it, or else we can't do it because there's like so many slots, right?
There's a market full of people here. Nobody
Yeah,
else
why,
took up.
why is no one else over here? Why did he just pick us? Why did he just say, oh, I need you guys, instead of looking at everyone else milling around this blasted market?
Because we're better than them.
The
How
man's
does he
still
know that?
standing here, and he gets down on his knees in front of Jesse. He says, "Do you want me to beg? I will beg. I need the money."
Aww.
Guys, he's
Jesse,
begging.
ask him for more gold.
He looks up at you
Remember
as he
what I
holds
said
onto
about
Jesse's
material
feet,
things before?
and he says, "Look at me. I am begging."
He is begging, guys.
Yeah, don't. Come
Jesse
on.
looks to
Let the
Orion
man have his
and
way.
Liam.
It's 30 minutes. It's not an hour. It's 30 minutes.
Ryan just shrugs.
We'll leave as soon as we're done performing. We'll take our gold and we'll take haste.
Jesse looks at Liam.
Honestly, Zedin, we don't need the gold.
Do we
I
not?
only got 49 gold. I didn't.
I only got 31.
Yeah, but
If
Barbie,
you
can
need more
steal
gold,
that.
sell all the shit
Steal
you
that in your
have.
sleeve.
Yes.
I'll say this. I'm just gonna say this, guys. Haven't we turned down enough people? This guy is on his knees.
I am on my knees.
So was the wait a second. So was the woman begging us to put her on the ship? We didn't do that. Look how that probably turned out for her.
The
I'm not
man-
saying that was the best.
We don't know how
we
that
feel
turned out.
terrible about it.
Yeah,
I'm not
we
saying
feel
that was the
terrible.
best choice, but
The man looks up at Jesse. "You turned away a woman in need? I will not beg to you anymore." He turns to Orion and gets on his knees. "Please!"
It was my decision, but
Oh, no! He gets up again and then goes over to
And the whole
Liam and gets
party
back on
agreed
his
with
knees.
it.
"Please!"
No, we gotta go. Come on, guys.
We're just gonna leave this man hanging?
Yes.
Well,
He-
like we left the woman hanging.
He turns to Zedin and Barvin and he opens the bag by his hip, and he's got a load of gold in there. And he says, all of this is yours, and whatever extra we make, I'll give you a cut."
All right, let me put it to you this way. Jesse looks at the 2 dissenters. The horn had a death god symbol on it.
Yes.
There's a market in the center of the desert. Explain to me how this market is thriving and is completely above board, or whatever the fantasy equivalent of that would be. If there's dead roaming, how is this one market spared if there's dead everywhere else unshot?
Oh, you're always asking so many questions.
Are you saying this is a figment of our imagination, that this is not in existence here? Are we being tested in some way?
That's the first sensible thing you've said since I met you.
So, wouldn't we be failing the test by letting someone down rather than fulfilling
We
their
already
mission?
left someone down.
Was that a good decision?
No.
Then why do
Was-
you want to make it again, Jesse? Come on, we gotta do it.
I go back to what I said before. Why did
He's
these other
offered-
people run out on this person?
you guys could try persuasion.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You know what?
Do your charm spells, even. Come on.
You know what? I'll do. I'm gonna use the
Your own
charm spell on
party.
this guy.
Can you do a persuasion check on your own party?
I'm gonna do this charm spell on the guy holding the bag of gold.
Oh shit.
Can you do a persuasion on your own party member?
No.
Okay.
You can.
Yeah, I can, but I would have to.
I
roll
wasn't
against
talking
the
about you.
wisdom. I would have to roll against Liam's wisdom
Well,
throw, and I think he's gonna win.
There's a difference between the charm spell and persuasion check too. I mean,
Well, we already see you guys as friends, so the charm's not going to do much.
Right.
Okay, look.
Do
I mean,
we-
it's a vote decision. If it's 3-2, then we don't have a choice.
it
in the
looks
matter.
like we're outvoted, Zeden. Although, for the
Yeah.
record, I will be filled with resentment over this for at least now.
I agree with you. I want to go on record to say, sir, I wanted to help you, but these guys, it's a voted decision, and they said no.
The man turns.
So wait, hold it 1 second, and I'll be done. You really think this whole thing, this desert, this market here, that man, the death symbol, you think that's all a coincidence, that this is completely, he's being completely honest?
I
He's
believe
got
that.
gold.
No, I do believe that we're being tested here. I think this is a mirage in some kind of way. But at the
You
same
think?
time,
The man slapping himself in the face. I'm not a mirage.
we're not buying anything from these people. We're performing a duty for these people as an act of courtesy.
Anyone else here can perform the duty. Why did he single out the 5 of us?
Maybe because the 5 of us are being tested.
Well, you lost, so.
Can
I
I-
lost the vote.
Can I, I'm going to hold out a hand to this man.
Mhm.
Can I have a piece of gold, please? Just one? Out of that bag?
He sort of holds
Persuasion.
the bag up to himself and he says, I am asking for your help. Please don't rob me.
I'm
would've
not
given
going
you
to
the
rob
gold
you. I
first.
want one piece of gold, and you will have it back when I am done.
He takes
I
a
might
piece of gold out and he puts it in your hand, but he keeps his hand on top of yours. And you can feel
Okay,
it. going.
I just want to inspect it.
Okay,
Does
he
it
takes
have
his
a
hand
skull
away,
on
but,
it?
but he's watching you.
Alright. Can I roll investigation or something?
Yep, investigation.
Okay. Roll a d20.
You got 14.
15. Real gold.
It's a piece of gold.
No skull symbol on it.
Just looks like a regular old piece of gold. The man's looking around nervously as if he's trying to see if there's someone else he can ask, because this doesn't seem to be going well.
Exactly.
I'll hand it back the piece of gold.
He snaps.
It's real. Liam, it's your choice. I'll do whatever you want.
10 minutes. Let me just do it for 10 minutes.
Okay, I need pay off.
Come on, Liam.
It's an easy 100 gold.
I'll do the entire play if Liam is okay with it. It's up to you, Liam.
Yo, I'm leaving up to Liam's hands.
Yeah, fine.
Closes his knees and raises his hands above his head and screams, "Thank you!" It's 2 o'clock. Does everyone have 20 minutes, half hour, or do you want me to wrap out?
Okay.
Okay, so the man rushes you all over to the edge of the stage where people are all talking and drinking and waiting for the performance to begin. And let me just make a note. He says, "I will tell you everything as we go. We will do this." He says, "Who will be the hero?"
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. I'll be the
Master performer.
hero. Alright, I'll be the hero here. I gotta do a performance check too.
We'll get to that. He turns and he says, "Who will be the villain?"
I would rather be the villain. I mean, you guys want me to be the dance.
No. Get the one with the disguise. You gotta be the hero. You got the disguise and everything.
Alright.
Not be the villain.
You look good as a villain.
The man looks at Liam and he's like, "That sounds right." And then he says, "Who will be rushes you all up to the edge of the stage, and people there waiting.
I put on my makeup, my disguise.
He says, there is no time to learn the lines. You will have to make them up as you go. He turns to Orion, and he says to the play is about the battle between good and evil. I need you to introduce the play and make a joke. Get out there, and he pushes you onto the stage.
Okay. Alright, just walks out. Hi everybody. Welcome to our play.
I'm gonna slide in a dark inspiration to him.
What do you shout to him?
Just make a good joke to everybody.
And that was our joke.
How did the rappers cross the road?
Okay. Go.
So, I got a joke for him. How did the adventurers cross the bridge? They didn't. We had to climb. There you go.
You guys heard that? Right?
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, jeez. Roll a d20.
Alexa, roll d20.
Not just Orion.
16 plus 18. Do I roll the market inspiration? I do.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm going to save that. I'm gonna save that.
I was saving it. Yeah, you might need to get that.
So you make a terrible joke and an awful introduction to the crowd, but luckily everyone's in good spirits and they're all there for a good time. So you get a few chuckles and people were, just there to have fun. So it seems to go well. You come back off the stage and the man turns to Barwin and he says, introduce yourself as the damsel and say how much you love the prince and how womanly you are. And he shows you out.
That's right.
Hi! I'm Sheena, the damsel. I love Prince. I'm so woman.
Have you used your disguise kit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, son. My little casting.
Roll me a deception check, please.
I am so woman. That's a deception recall.
Yeah.
That's the name of the play.
I'm so woman, volume 43. Alexa, roll d20.
The first drag show in D&D.
Nice.
Alexa, roll d20. Alexa must agree with you.
She's all the woman.
You're so woman.
Sounds like a Tina Turner song.
Face it.
Oh, I got a 6. You're really not so
Okay, well, because you're in your disguise kit without a 10, and you successfully convinced everyone that you are a woman. So as Barwin's out there, convincing everyone that he woman, the man grabs Jesse and he says, go out there and kidnap the damsel, make it scary, and he shoves you out.
Alright, I charged down across the stage and try to get behind the stone woman, and I grab Marvin. Kind of like a fake chokehold.
Very fake chokehold. It's lovely.
So, roll me an intimidation check.
Roll d20.
Okay, how intimidated or how intimidated I am.
So, Jesse runs out and grabs Barvin, but Barvin's quite strong and sort of hits him a bit. And Jesse's like, oh Jesus! And people like, this guy really, the henchman? Like, this is very scary. You drag Barvin off stage, and the man turns to Zedon, and he says, go out there and show how heroic you are. Take this sword. And he throws the sword in your hand, sends you out to the stage to show how heroic you are. You're not fighting the henchman, you're just out there to show your swordsmanship.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a little sword dance. Intimidating sword dance. Like, you know, throwing the sword around and then I lick the tip of it with my tongue.
And your tongue starts bleeding.
My tongue bleeding.
Roll an athletics check, please.
14 plus, let's see, my athletics check is. It's gonna be 14 plus. Oh, that was 0, so it's gonna be 14 solid.
No one applauds, everyone looks incredibly unimpressed. There's blood coming down your chin from licking the sword. The director of the play, he looks so like horrified. He turns to the comic relief, who is Ryan, and he says that go out there and tell the prince that the damsel has been kidnapped and make it stand.
Oh, Prince! Some woman damsel has been kidnapped.
Do not fear. I will take haste and save her.
Okay, Ryan, roll, let's say a persuasion check.
Okay. Roll a d20. 15.
Okay, so you convince Stephen and the whole audience that you are really sad that the damsel has been kidnapped. And you and Stephen rush off the stage, leaving the stage empty again. So, the director turns to Leon, and he says, go out there and show everyone how evil you are. Get a damsel if you need and keep her around.
Okay, here you go. Okay, hold on. I got an idea. I'm gonna make an illusion, and I'm gonna make it seem like you created that illusion of a monster to help you aid in taking the princess. When you move your head. Okay, I'll do that. Just when you raise your head up, I'll create it right there for everyone. Alright.
So tell me what Liam does.
Okay, so Liam comes out and he has the princess.
The damsel.
Yes.
This woman. Okay. That woman. Tell my beauty, you are now mine. Oh,
So go ahead and roll me intimidation check at advantage.
Don't slip on the blood.
Wait, hold that thought on the demon yet. Wait till I get down on the side of the demon.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, so you go out there and you guys are performing and the crowd just stare at you so they're confused. They don't quite understand.
Don't wear that hamstrung.
So the director signals to the two of you to get off stage. He's waving with get off stage. And he turns to Zedon and Jesse and he says, go out there and I want you Jesse and Zayden, I want you both to pick one of your weapons on your character and roll to hit.
I got a bow. Should I use the bow?
Use the melee weapon.
Roll a d20. Okay, roll a d20. Okay, roll a d20.
17.
19, you said? Zayden?
Yeah, 19.
Okay, both roll damage, please.
Oh, shit.
What, on the dagger?
Yeah. You're in for a while now, because I'm pretty sure Jesse uses a great sword.
Yeah.
I got 3 plus 4 plus 2.
Nice.
9 damage.
Roll 6. Roll d6. I've never had that one instead of right off the table. Damn. Roll d6. 14.
So you both hit each other, Jesse smashes Zayden with the great sword, Zayden stabs Jesse with the dagger, and you hear the director calling from off the stage, "It's supposed to be fake!" And all the people gasping around, both wince in pain from hitting each other.
That's what I do.
The director's hand goes over his face and says, "Get off the stage!" And you run off.
I'll take it, don't worry.
I heal myself.
Yeah, did we do hit points? Like, did we lose hit points with it?
Yeah, you do genuinely hit each other.
What did I...
I've got it here. You lost 9. So, the director turns to Leon and Marvin, and he looks so fed up. And he hands a knife to Leon and says, "Hold this to the damsel's throat. Make it look like you're going to kill her." And he turns to Zayden and he says, "Go out there and look scared."
Okay. Wait for my cue, Liam. Wait for my cue. I don't mean that.
Okay, so Liam goes out. You continue to resist me. Why?
Roll me a deception check, Leo.
Roll d20. 20.
Nice, so everyone is terrified. Women are hiding their faces, men are gasping, people putting down their drinks, screaming, "Let her go! Let her go!" They're all terrified. So, Zayden stands there, and you hold your dagger out, telling him to let the damsel go. As that's happening, the director turns to Ryan, and he says to him, "Run around the stage and go and keep picking up the bums, make him drop the dagger quickly."
So yeah, I'll go do that, I guess.
Roll me an athletics check.
Roll a d20. Of course it's athletics. I slide from one side of the stage all the way to the behind the other side of the stage. Run back out and do it again.
The director screams over to him, "Drop the dagger and run! Just do it!"
Roll aside and turn off the stage.
The director screams to Zedon and Marvin. He screams up and now kiss! Okay, I want you both to roll me a performance check, please. Let's make it passionate.
Roll a d20. 17 plus 6.
Nice.
24.
Okay, this people standing up on the benches, cheering, throwing drinks everywhere, and kiss passionately before the crowd.
Brian's still skittering on the side of the stage trying to stand up.
The performance started out well, went a bit ropey in the middle, but ended with a bang. Everyone cheers and is happy, and the performance is over. So as everyone sort of clears off after the performance, the director comes up to you and he's like, "I don't know whether to hug you or slap you all." He said,
Gold.
he takes out gold, he gives you 100 gold each, and then he says, "And because your performance went well," he pulls out the money from the bucket that they made from all the people attending, and he hands you all an extra 50 gold each. So you'll make 50 gold.
Well, I guess I was wrong about
That's 50 gold for 5 successful checks during that performance. To make up for that.
I want you guys to know I bit the bullet on this one. And I kissed her down.
It's so convincing. So you'll leave after the performance, and yeah, did you want to hang around the market and talk to anyone or do anything?
No, I want to get the hell out.
No more prolonging. No.
That's
I want those daggers, but let me get another opportunity for random weapons.
You can go back and ask the lady if you like.
Was it Jessica Murphy gonna look for some javelins?
That can be done in email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys leave the market behind, the bustling metropolis in the middle of the desert, commonly referred to as the Dead Market. You walk away, and Marvin and Zedon don't quite make eye contact for a little while. You wander off into the west, still towards the temple.
I drop away my makeup and take off.
The minute you wake up, you walk across. Hey man, you're on an adventure, it gets lonely, you know, no one's gonna judge you. So you walk.
You're right.
So you walk into the wastes, and you have the he does. I'll get rid of the old market music as you walk into the wastes. And let's bring back the old irritating wind. So, you guys walk into the wastes. Wind is blowing all around you again, and there's nothing for miles but the dead. You continue to travel June after June, and it crawls on into the evening. And as the evening rolls around, you cross a particularly large dune, and as you reach the other side at the peak of this dune, you see the spikes of a temple ahead reaching into the sky as black walls and spires piercing the sky outside. The ground around the temple seems to stretch out into a black shadow that is a small fire flickering near the temple. As you guys cross the dune and walk down, the entire party is concentrated in awe at the temple reaching above them into the skies. Except for Leon, who stares to the fire, and as he gets closer and closer, he recognizes the figure sitting by the fire to be his father. And that's where we're going to end this week. So, what did you guys? What did you guys think about the idea of like a play in the game?
I thought it was
Right after I realized there it wasn't anything devious.
I'm really glad I was able to convince these guys to have some fun with this place. I was like, if I could get anybody, this would be perfect. It was, this is why I said we need female